chat. And by the way, if you're just coming in, we just hit a restart on the stream. All right, chat. What's up, Rob? Do you think it is wrong or moral to be gay?
Dean, I just got a question for you, bro. Why did you switch from the transgender topic, bro? I actually would have smoked you on that, bro. You are light work on the transgender. I have way more knowledge on you, on transgender people than you do, for sure. But I actually think gay's being wrong. And, yeah, GG's, bro.
Okay. Thank you for that subscription. I can't pronounce the name. All right, why is being gay wrong?
Being gay's wrong because reproducing, you can't reproduce. It's like putting two plugs into each other. Nothing turns on, so that's what I'd like to say.
Oh, I got a question. Oh, now chat, say it with me. Is infertility immoral?
So what does infertility have to do with gay people?
Is infertility immoral, Rob?
Question, bro, because all you do is just
Rob, is infertility immoral?
Bro. Shut the fuck up.
Infertility, someone's getting emotional. Rob, is infertility immoral?
I'm emotional. Yeah, I'm crying right now, bro.
Right.
I'm in tears.
So, Rob, if I ask you a question, you need to answer that question. So let's go ahead and get an answer to that question. Now, Rob, can you tell me?
How am I supposed to answer if you just mute me, bro?
Is infertility immoral, yes or no?
I just think you're a faggot.
All right, so first use of the slur. I'm not going to kick you off because I'm just going to watch you embarrass yourself in front of a whole lot of people. If you leave, you're running. Oh, he left. He couldn't deal with it. He couldn't deal with the heat. He couldn't deal with the heat. Everyone say ha 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 in the chat. He couldn't deal with the heat. He's a runner. He's a track star. Ha 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 ha. Another emotional man. Thank you so much for that, star. Let's go ahead and get our next guest up in here, chat. If you do think that being gay is going to be wrong or moral, go ahead and let me know by he's in the requests again. Oh, Rob is back. Rob is back in the guest requests. Rob, you're back. Hello.
Bro, I lagged out, bro. I lagged out.
No, you didn't. You left. Is infertility immoral, yes or no?
Mom's soul I lagged out.
Right. No, Rob, is infertility immoral, yes or no?
Yeah, fuck infertility, bro. It's wrong, bro.
So you think that, like, your grandma is immoral? She's just as wrong as a gay person?
Yeah, well, my grandma isn't. So that's the thing, bro.
Now, how old's your grandma?
I don't fucking know. Probably like 89 years old.
Right, so every woman becomes infertile after she goes through menopause. So is infertility immoral?
So what if every person was fucking gay? Then there'd be no fucking humans.
Yeah, and what if everyone was infertile? There would be no humans. Thank you for that. Thank you for that superpower. Now, Rob, so obviously the case is that infertility is not immoral, right? It's a natural condition of the human experience that is experienced by many. So A, stop lying, and B, stop being so emotional, right?
But I'm entitled to my own opinion, though.
You're entitled to your own opinion, but your opinion's irrational, and that's what we're talking about, is how irrational your opinion, right? So let's talk about the graph. You said that being gay was wrong because it leads to no reproduction. In other words, if everyone was gay, there's going to be no kids. First of all, that's incorrect because things like IVF and surrogacy exist, so there is reproduction. And then second of all, even if we accept this notion of no reproduction, infertility is going to have the same issue. Yet you're not going to sit here and tell me that everyone that is infertile has this weird illness and they're so wrong and immoral because of it. So this is a logical contradiction.
But what if I sat there and told you that infertility is immoral? You know what I mean?
So then you think that every single woman that dies after the age of 55 is going to hell?
Yep.
So that's obviously just incorrect, right?
I can believe that.
Yeah, but we'd all point and laugh.
Because all gay people do is just whine and make shit up. And that's what I think, bro. End of the
day,
is
whining and making shit up like necessary? Yeah, well, why though? No, Rob, listen. Listen, right, Rob. So first of all, we need your reasons as to why you think it's wrong. You're obviously quite an emotional man. You are quite the emotional man. I need your actual articulated reason as to why this thing is wrong. When you just sit here and you scream and you say they whine and they bitch, you're not really saying anything except for, my name is Rob and I'm homophobic. So give us a legitimate reason as to why it is wrong to be gay.
All right, so let me start. Hi, my name is Rob. I'm homophobic, and I want to say that being gay is wrong because I actually think it has a very bad influence on younger generations. That's my reason.
What's the influence?
All right, so me personally, right? Can I hit you with an anecdotal experience? Am I all right to hit you with one of those?
Not really.
So you don't want me to talk about my own experience with a gay person, right? Do you want me to?
So yeah, why not? Sure, go for it.
All right, so me and my mates, we met this guy, right? And he's gay, right? So nothing too wrong with that, but he'd compliment us saying we were cute and shit when we're 12. I think it's a bit weird. So all I know is that gay people tend to have a lot of grooming tendencies.
Right, Rob. So what we see is that vast majority of P30os are going to be straight men. So would you say in the same way that this gay man apparently hit on you when you were 12, if a straight man were to hit on you on a 12-year-old girl, would you therefore say that being straight's wrong?
No, well, I actually think
Right? So now you're
no,
saying
no,
that
no,
being
no,
gay
no,
is
no.
wrong because this.
You
No, no,
kind
no,
of
no.
cut me off
Listen,
before I
I
got
just
to
want
my
to
point.
understand.
All right, all right,
I
you
just
go,
want to
you go.
understand what you're saying, right? So you're saying that being gay is wrong because there was like a gay P3DO, like this old gay man hit on you when you were 12, and this is why being gay is wrong. So like, let's just like actually look at what you're saying. So what if I said that there's like this straight P3DO that hit on this 12-year-old girl? This wouldn't make being straight wrong, and you even agreed with this. So obviously this is going to be like contradictive
I
logic.
just didn't. You just cut me off, so I couldn't really say what I wanted to say.
Yeah,
But
go ahead.
so what I'm trying to say is like, obviously, you know, how do you say the word RAP? It's just rapping's wrong. You
Grape.
obviously don't want to rap people, right?
Right.
Yeah, right.
Right.
So what I was more trying to say is that just say what happened to me. It's not like he was trying to rap us. It was like converting to be gay, and I don't think that's right. Obviously, kids being taught like need to know about gay people and whatever, like LGBTQ. But there are like things around schools where they're like forced to meet them and like talk to them and like I don't know. It's like influencing them to become gay. And
So
then
yeah,
obviously in a
this isn't gonna
situation,
influence
everyone's
someone to
not
be
going to
gay.
be
Do you mind
gay,
if I
but
do
it's
you
going
mind
to
if I do you
influence a
mind
lot
if
of
I like
people. And
yeah,
it's going to fuck up reproduction.
so like this statement that like people can be influenced to be gay is completely incorrect. Because you're basically just saying that it's a choice to be gay, and this is disproven by the science. Like, do I need to list off the institutions and the studies that have been done on like the brains and the genome of gay men that show that sexual orientation is dependent upon physicalities of your brain and of your genome? Oh, he might be running. He might be running, chat. He might be running. Oh,
Where the fuck am I running? I'm right here. I'm chilling. To be honest, I just drowned out because you're just yapping. So,
right. So being gay can't be influenced societally because being gay is not a choice. Now, do you think that being gay is a choice, Rob?
yeah, being gay is a choice. To be
Right,
honest.
Rob, can you choose to like be sexually aroused by me right now? Can you choose to just want to
Yeah,
stick it
well,
in my
I'm
ass?
not. I'm really
No,
not.
can you choose to?
I'm
Can
not.
you
I'm
choose to?
not really into gay boys. So me
No, no,
personally,
no.
I'm not.
First of all, I'm straight, Rob. But now answer my question. Could you choose to want to?
Well, I'm not really aroused by faggots, so that's
Right.
the
So
thing.
all right. So now, like the continued use of the slurs is incredible. You know, usually I'll just end. Lizzie, thank you for the roses. Usually I just end the conversation with someone such as yourself right now. But I think it's better to like to shed light on these things than to like oppress them. Right. So we've like 5,000 people just sitting here watching us watching this conversation, and what they say you doing is using like constant slurs and emotion, but no logic. And
I
I
didn't
think
mean
this
to
is
say faggot.
incredibly
My
now, like
bad, bro.
right now, Rob. So, like, what I'm getting at here is this is going to be incredibly like beneficial to the idea that like prejudice such as homophobia have no rational grounding and are only shared by individuals who lack like a considerable level of coherency, right? So now, like, answer my question, Rob. You asserted that being gay is a choice. Can you choose to be sexually aroused by me right now? Yes or no?
Uh, like no, I won't. I mean, wait.
Right. So your answer is no. So you said that being gay is a choice, but you can't choose to be
No,
gay.
I'm gonna
That's
say yes.
contradictive.
I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes.
Okay, well then you're just gonna be like a bisexual male because the Netherlands Institute for Brain Research and the Center for Neurodoctrine Studies at the University of Pittsburgh, Massachusetts, and UCLA show us that sexual orientation is dependent upon physicalities of the brain, such as dendritic density, level of neurohormones, neuronic substructure, amount of neurons within parts of the hypothalamus, or variation of the gray mass in the left putamen, or size of the anterior commissure, as well as like specificalities of the genome, such as the XQ23 chromosome. So when you say that you can choose to be sexually aroused by me, all that you're saying is you possess these attributes and are gay.
All right.
So
Are you
you're
done?
gay, right?
Are you done yapping?
Are you
done yapping
bisexual? Are
still?
you bisexual, Rob?
No, I'm straight. I'm not aroused by e-boys, gay boys. I'm not aroused by that. So I don't know, man.
So
I
respond
don't
to the science that says that being gay isn't a choice.
know. I don't believe in science. Let's just say that. I don't believe in the science.
Yeah, zeroth round?
Yep.
How do you know that? Because that's what the science tells us, but you don't believe in science.
I don't believe in it. I don't believe in it.
So yeah, so then you wouldn't believe that the Earth is round or that gravity is real.
It's flat.
Or
The
that we
Earth is
live in
flat. The Earth is flat.
Yeah, man, Rob, I'm pretty sure that you're a troll.
You sure I'm a troll?
No, actually, I think that you're homophobic, but you've just been like intellectually whipped by myself, and now you're just gonna die on the weirdest.
You know
hills.
what? Who would have been in?
I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next guest here, y'all. Alrighty, y'all. Let's go ahead and get our next guest up in here. Let's go ahead and see what Tony Tow Truck has to say, chat. Let's see what Tony Tow Truck has to say. If you guys are enjoying the debates, make sure you hit that follow button, baby. Y'all already fucking know. Also, tippity tap away on your phone screen. Let's try to get up to 200,000 likes. What's going on, Tony Tow Truck? Do you think that being gay is gonna be wrong or immoral?
How you doing?
Thank you for the confetti. I'm doing great, man. How are you?
Good. Why is being gay wrong? Is that the topic?
That's the question I'm asking you. Why?
Okay, I don't think being gay is wrong
Is there a
to
but in
say,
there? Is there a but? You're about to say but.
but um, being gay, pushing it on other people is wrong.
All right. So, no, I do not think that social movements and the advocacy of the acceptance of gay individuals is going to be wrong because this is going to be necessary for the societal acceptance of them. Unfortunately, that is not the topic at hand because we are just talking about like the morality of same-sex attraction. Thanks for coming up, Tony Tow Truck, and have a great rest of your day. Let's go ahead and move on to the next guest here and see what Chris MacArthur has to say. Thank you for that paper crane, Skylar. What's up, Chris? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
Yeah, I think it's wrong.
All right, why?
It's illogical.
Yeah, explain how.
There's a penis and a vagina.
There is, right?
And it doesn't go any other way.
Well, we observe it going many other ways, such as penis and butthole or vagina to vagina, right?
Well, butthole is exit only most of the time.
Yeah, most of the time, preface to most of the time. So, do you think that being gay is going to be wrong because they can't have kids, or what's your argument here?
No, it's immoral. It's
Yeah,
not.
why?
It's not the way creation was put into the planet.
Yeah, well, it seems as if that's wrong because science shows us that like being gay is dependent upon parts of the brain that are created in womb.
Science is human understanding. The Bible tells you not to lean on your own understanding.
Oh, so you believe in the Bible. Now, where in the Bible does it say it's wrong to be gay?
I know the whole story of Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah, Sodom and Gomorrah, aka Genesis 18, shows us that like assault and grape is wrong. So God destroyed that city because Sodom raped and assaulted an angel, not because of
No, it
consensual
was
same-sex
also because of
relations.
homosexuality, men laying.
Yeah, if you talk to one theologian, one historian, or one individual like a professor or like a librarian, they will disagree with you. That is like a weird wrong take, and everyone disagrees with you.
How is it a
right? If you
wrong
read,
take? It's the exact take that needs to be taken. I mean,
No, because if
you're.
you actually read the text of the Bible, it quite literally
I do
says
read.
that Sodom raped and
Obviously,
assaulted an angel, right?
obviously, I do read the text of the Bible, and I've read Sodom and Gomorrah, and he asked Lot to find 14 men and first that were not bad people. Um, I believe the homosexuals were.
Hey, yeah, Chris, can you
lumped
prove
into
that your God exists?
Yeah, I can. He's helped me
Yeah,
through
do it.
many things.
Yeah, and that's exactly like so. Imagine I asked like a follower of like Islam to prove that their God exists. What if they said that same thing? Or like a follower of like the Norse pagan gods, and what if they said the same thing? This isn't going to prove that your God exists, right? What I'm getting at here is that your interpretation of the Bible is incorrect, but you seem to not want to accept that. So then the next step is just for me to ask you to prove that your God even exists. Because if you can't prove or necessitate the existence of the Christian God, then this is going to discredit and show all of the text in the Bible to be a fairy tale that has no ramification on what is truly right and wrong. Now, I'm pretty sure Chris is leaving. I'm pretty sure he swiped out of the app and he's going to let it. Yeah, there he goes. Well, Chris just left, guys. I guess I tried with him. I guess we're going to go ahead and move on to the next guest. Thank you so much for those hand hearts, y'all. If we do think that being gay is going to be wrong or immoral, make sure we hop in those guest requests, baby. Also, we are 30,000 likes away from 200K likes. Make sure we're tippity tapping away in those phone screens. There's 4.6 thousand people in here. There's no reason why we shouldn't be able to hit 500,000 likes in the next 5 minutes. Also, hit that follow button if you haven't already. Let's go ahead and talk to our next guest here. Let's see what Silver Guy has to say, chat. Let's see what Silver Guy has to say. Alrighty, chat. Silver Guy's loading in here. By the way, we did just hit 300 subs. Fucking W. Thank you all so much. What's up, Silver Guy? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay? Thank you for the love you. All right, Silver Guy's not present. Moving on to the next guest. Let's go ahead and talk to beach lawyer Paul. Seems like we got a lawyer in here. Let's go ahead and talk to the lawyer.
Hey.
What's up, Mr. Lawyer? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
Not only do I think it's not wrong or immoral to be gay, I think that's perpetuated by the Christian right that
Right.
uses
You're right.
gays as a punching bag to try to get.
Unfortunately, like I'm only talking opposition. Don't know about this whole being gay as a punching bag thing. But you did say it's not wrong to be gay, so I appreciate you for coming up here. Make sure if we hop in the guest requests that we do think it's going to be wrong or moral to be gay, y'all just looking for some debates. But I do indeed appreciate you for coming up here, Beach. W Beach, appreciate those roses. All right, what's up, Rainbow? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay? All right, he went and dipped. It's so funny how people will hop in the guest requests just to like leave, you know what I mean? Like they just leave. Thank y'all so much for the roses. What's up, man? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay? And he left again. What did I just say, guys? If we're gonna be requesting, don't request to leave. That's weird. That's weird. All right, let's go ahead and get our next guest up here. Let's talk to Zayd in the Cone. Thank you all so much for the roses, guys. Also, seriously, tippity tap tap away on that phone screen. Everyone, tap right now. Let's get to 300,000 likes. What's up, Zayden? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
Yes, I think it's wrong to be gay. It's proven in the Bible.
Yeah, what verse?
I forgot.
So it's not proven in the Bible because you can't name a verse where it
I
proves
forgot
it to
what
be
verse
in the
it
Bible. What does it say?
But I would.
Okay. Yo, I guess we're speedrunning tonight, chat. I guess we're speedrunning tonight. What's up, man? Do you think it's gonna be wrong or moral to be gay?
Yeah, bro, you smell.
Okay, so you're obviously an emotional man because I'm advocating for like pro LGBTQ plus acceptance. Don't leave the live. You're gonna embarrass yourself and give us actual substantiated reason as to why it's wrong to be gay.
Ain't nobody leaving. You just keep kicking them, bro. You smell like shit. Get out of here.
Yeah, so tell me why it's wrong to be gay. Stop being so emotional.
This, bro. Ain't nobody like that shit.
Oh wow, so now here's your response. Your response is oh yeah, he just left. All right. So we're speedrunning tonight, seriously. Oh, you know what that reminds me of when people come up and they do that? It's like a little kid, they're peeking around the corner. You smell, and then they just like run away. Then they just run away. They run away before I could say anything. You know what I mean? It's kind of embarrassing. It is like it's honestly like really embarrassing, man. Well, let's go ahead and talk to our next guest. But honestly, that just shows like the fragile like male ego. You know what I mean? I guess I'm just like pissing all these alpha males off because, you know, I'm just simply more alpha than them, smarter, more of an intellect. That guy just dipped as well. Who knows, man? Let's go ahead and talk to Riley here, chat. Yeah, if you think you're a real alpha male, you should probably be accepting to gay people. Amber, thank you for that crown. What's up? Do you think it's wrong to be gay?
Yeah, I think it's wrong and immoral.
Yeah, why?
Well, I can give you many reasons, but my main reason is because of my religious beliefs.
Okay, yeah, prove your God exists.
Hold on.
What's your religion?
Islam.
Yeah, prove your God exists.
The Quran. Simple as that.
Yeah, prove that the Quran is true by proving that your God exists.
What do you mean, is it true?
Yeah, so we're only gonna like take what the Quran says as objective fact if your God exists.
Definitely does exist.
Yeah, so prove it. Silence. How's this?
So are you Christian?
No. Prove that your God exists.
You're an atheist?
No. Prove that your God exists.
So what are you?
I'm a schmeziest. Prove that your God exists.
What the fuck is that?
Don't worry about it and prove that your God exists.
So prove to me that your religion exists.
No. Because I'm not asserting, I'm not making any assertment with my religion, right?
Okay.
So now prove that your God exists. Come on. I'll wait, actually.
So let's get, so,
yeah,
okay.
I'll wait, actually, no, Hailson. I'll prove my God after you prove your God. You answer my question, I'll answer yours, right? You answer my question, I'll answer yours, right? I'll prove that Jesus Christ does indeed exist if you can prove that your God does. So let's hear the logic, let's hear the rationale, let's see the historical and archaeological evidence, and hear about the eyewitness testimonies. First of all, there's a lot that I disagree with in Islam, like the fact that they condone slavery. They say it's okay to unalive or like persecute non-believers, cutting hands off for things like stealing things or lashes for fornication, or the fact that Prophet Muhammad married and had kids with a 9-year-old.
See, you're taking,
go ahead and give. Just prove to me that
you're taking little things from the Quran and you're making it in favor of your point. You're
I don't
saying
know,
that
like a
Muhammad.
little thing from the
You're
Quran
saying
justifying
that
slavery.
Muhammad.
That's not so little.
You're saying that Muhammad married a 9-year-old,
Right, he
right?
did. Alicia.
And you're comparing a 9-year-old from 1400 years ago. You're delusional.
I
You're
absolutely
dead ass
am.
delusional.
That's P3Dophilia, right?
From 1400 years ago, in the Quran it says that Aisha was not a normal girl. She was mature. She was way more mature than a regular girl.
So it's
You're
just
laughing,
okay to
but you
like.
don't understand.
Wait, are you
You've
actually
never
like?
read the
Wait, hold
Quran.
up. Now let me get
You've
this
never
straight.
read it.
Eisen, I got a question, right? So if there was a 9-year-old girl today that was like super mature, would you like have sex with her?
It's not the same. It's not the same.
Yeah,
You
how's
can't
it different?
compare now to 1400
Appreciate
years
that,
ago.
Crown.
You cannot. You cannot.
Yeah, tell me how.
What do you mean how?
Yeah, tell me how it's different.
It's much different.
How?
Were you alive 1400 years ago? Do you know society 1400 years ago?
Explain to me society 1400 years ago and how it would make it different. You're understanding that you're just like being an apologist to P3Ophilia right now, right?
No, it's not that at all.
Yeah, so then tell me why.
Obviously,
so do you think in this time,
obviously
like
it's
it was
wrong
like
to
just
get a
answer my
what?
question. Eisen, so in this time, like, well, actually, so what specifically the Quran states is that like it's okay or it's moral to engage in the act of intercourse with a woman, as soon as she goes through like physical maturity or like gets her first period. Do you agree with this idea?
Say that again.
The Quran says that it's okay to have sexual relations with a woman as soon as she's physically mature, and physical maturity is going to be defined by going through like or getting their first period. Is this okay? Is this moral?
Well, back then, that's how they went by it.
No,
yes.
no, the Quran like still says this. So would you say that this is okay?
Well, obviously the Quran still says it because it's not changeable like the Bible.
Right. So then would you
It
say
doesn't
that this is
update
still
every 2
acceptable now?
minutes. Yeah, it
Would you
doesn't
say that
update every 2 minutes.
Wait, so would you say that
So-
this is still acceptable now? Yes or no?
No,
it was
you
never
can't marry
acceptable.
someone under 18, obviously.
Right. So like Heisman, what I'm getting at is that even back in the time, stop being an
Yeah,
apologist to
but time is not
P3Ophilia.
the same as now. Time
Right.
changes.
Time isn't.
It
Time
changes
isn't. Now listen.
completely.
Now listen.
I'm
Now
not
listen.
saying.
Now listen. Now
I'm
listen.
not-
Now listen. Time isn't the same as it was then. But what is the same is that was a 9-year-old girl who got raped by an old man. I appreciate you for coming up. It's weird that you're like okay with like P3Ophilia, but not okay with homosexuality. And this is going to be like highly indicative of like some irrationality somewhere along the lines in your beliefs. Let's go and move on to the next guest. I appreciate you for coming up here. Let's go ahead and see what Andy Davis has to say. Also, y'all, that was yeah. I mean, I'm surprised he accepted that. A lot of Muslims will reject that she was 9. Eddie, thank you for that for the sunglasses. A lot of Muslims will seriously like reject that Alicia was 9. Like, but no, he just accepted it and then died on the hill. Wow, that was like highly disturbing. All right, we're gonna go ahead and move on. This guy did not load in. Let's go ahead and talk to. Let's go ahead and see what Isaac has to say here, chat. Thank you so much for that, heart me. I'm really. What's up, man? How old are you?
I don't mind.
How old are you?
Old enough. Listen, I don't mind people.
How old are you? Unfortunately, you gotta be 18. Oh, man. Let's go ahead and talk to the snack. By the way, guys, if we are in the guest request, make sure we do think it's gonna be like wrong or moral to be gay. Eddie, thank you so much for that Knight's helmet. W Eddie in the chat, thank you so much. What's up, man? Do you think it's wrong to be gay? Hello, user mic. Please. Oh, man. Nor, thank you so much for that subscription. Thank you so much. You'll be in sub-only chat later. Shout out all my subscribers for real. One of the best ways to support me. That's like the only like reoccurring constant income I have. Katie, thank you so much for the rose. Jason, thank you so much for the subscription. W Jason, we're on a subwave right now. Do you think that 10 of y'all could spend like $6 and get a lot of cool perks like access to sub-only chats and a private part of my Discord that's coming soon? What's up, man? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
Yeah, that's wrong.
Well, yeah, why is it wrong?
It will lead to the annihilation of humankind.
Yeah, how so?
You can't procreate if you're gay.
Is infertility wrong?
Infertility, is it wrong?
Can you procreate if you're infertile?
No, you cannot.
Yeah, see the contradiction? Thank you for the crown. And Jason, holy shit, thank you for the 5 gifted, Jason. Jason W in the chat.
It's not a contradiction at all.
That is a contradiction.
Infertility is just
Persephone, holy shit, Jason and Persephone, thank you so much for all the gifted, guys. Thank you. No, go ahead, man.
Infertility won't lead to annihilation of humankind. If everybody was gay, there would be no procreation.
If
So
everyone was
that's
infertile, there'd be no procreation. Oh my god, thank you
everybody.
so much for
Okay,
the galaxy.
if we're gonna argue things that aren't realistic, argue
Yeah, just like
reality.
everyone being gay is not realistic. That's just about as realistic as everyone being infertile.
Well, if you guys continue to grow, there's a little less people that will be able to procreate.
And the
So
same way, if the amount of infertile people continue to grow, there'll
it's
be less
big.
people that can procreate, but those are both just as impossible as
It is
gay.
very realistic for you guys to continue to grow as
Why do
you
you say
guys
you
been
guys?
growing.
I'm straight, right? I'm straight. So like when you say you guys, like you're including me in a statement in which I'm not included in, right? So anyway, so no, like the amount of like the percentage amount of gay people cannot just grow because being gay is not a choice. Do you think that being gay is a choice?
You said exactly, yeah, it is definitely a choice.
Yeah,
Yes.
can you choose to be sexually aroused by me right now? Thank you for the love you, Amber.
Can I choose to be sexually aroused by you? Yes, I
Yeah.
can. That's
Nor,
definitely a
thank you so
choice.
much for the galaxy. Thank you so much for the galaxy, Nor. All right,
Just
so
like
like I'm almost like, okay, can you choose to be
I
sexually
can
aroused by a
choose to be
chicken?
sexually aroused by a girl.
Yeah, can you
That's
choose to
definitely
be
my choice.
No, can you choose to like get a boner to me right now?
Yes.
Can you choose to get like that a boner to a chicken right now?
Yes. That's
Can you
called
choose to get a
reality.
boner to your mom right now?
Yeah.
Can you choose to
That's
get a
definitely
boner?
somebody's choice.
Can you choose to get a boner to a 3-year-old toddler right now?
Yes.
Can you choose to get a boner to an infant right now?
That's all things that people
Nor,
get
thank you
boners
so much for
for.
the second galaxy. Thank you so much. Nora W. Can you choose to get a boner to an infant like straight out of the womb right now? Can you choose to be
You,
sexually aroused by that? Can
one,
you?
you're not even arguing the topic at hand. If everybody is
Okay,
gay,
so
would
like I
that
was just
not
trying to get
lead
you
to the
look,
annihilation
listen,
of humankind?
yeah, just listen, right? So what I was like trying to show you is that like no, you can't like choose those things, but you're either incredibly sadistic or you're just dying on this hill and you don't know what you're saying because you answered yes to all those questions, right? So like J-Bone, like the big contention I have is like there's science that backs like the notion. Nor, thank you for the third galaxy. Holy shit. Nor W.
So
Nor W in the chat.
are there
One
not
second.
pedophiles though?
Right, holy
Do they not
crap,
get
Nor.
boners?
Crap,
Do they
thank you
not
so
give
much for
boners to
the
people?
galaxies. For all the fucking galaxies. Jesus.
If
Nor
you
W.
can't control,
Legitimately
if
Nor
you
W
can't
in the chat.
control your sexual desires,
Right,
you will
can I
get
just like
attracted and
right,
aroused to
I'm just gonna
anything.
make a statement, right? I need you to listen. So like there's science to support the notion that same sex and opposite sex attraction are not a choice because those attractions are linked to physicalities of our neurobiology and our genome, right? So like what we observe in gay men is they have like differences in their brains and their DNA than non-gay men. Oh, thank you so much for the galaxy. You guys are going
Yeah,
crazy with the
just
gifts right
like
now.
a pedophile has differences in his brain than the straight and gay man. It's wild. You're
So
right.
there's not going to be any science to support that notion. Nor, thank you so much for the galaxy. You guys just hit that goal. Holy shit, you guys are
Science
great.
to
So I just need you to listen to me, right? So what I'm
I'm
stating is that
listening for sure.
like science says that gay men have these different physicalities of their genome and their brain. Therefore,
You're
being
right.
gay cannot be a choice because they are based upon these physicalities compared to a choice.
Okay, so is pedophilia wrong?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the same thing. Do they not have something different in their brains?
There's no studies or science that says that, but even if they did, it would
Because
still
people
be
aren't.
wrong. Now listen, Jason, thank you so much for the subscription. Even if they did, it would still be wrong because it leads to rights violations, trauma, rape, harm, suffering, and lifelong pain. Now, can you please detail like what like how same-sex attractions leads to rights violations, harm, suffering, trauma, and pain?
If it's consent, then it's consent.
Are you
If
saying that
if
it
a, if a, if a,
what?
if a, if a, yeah, if it's two people who are gay and they're having sex, that means it's consensual.
Right.
So what is wrong with an 18-year-old getting with a 13-year-old if it's consensual? If that's
Well,
the case,
because it's not consensual. A
I just
13-year-old
said
can express
if a
consent.
13-year-old wants to have
Dude,
sex with an
what?
18-year-old, is that wrong?
Yes.
Okay, so what is it? If it that's exactly what I'm saying.
No, it's wrong
So
because it's not consensual.
how are we gonna say it's not consensual?
Yeah, because the definition of consent is like an informed judgment made upon a set of circumstances, right? And a
Okay, I'm
13-year-old
gonna
cannot
paint the
make an
picture for
informed
you.
judgment set upon. No, listen. The
I want
definition of
to
consent is like an
have
informed.
if I
Dude,
want to
stop and
have
listen.
sex with
Stop
a
and listen.
20-year-old,
Stop and
no.
listen. No, no, no. I'm rejecting this notion. 13-year-olds cannot consent, and you're saying that they can, which is outrageous. Consent is an informed decision made or made upon a certain set of circumstances, right? A 13-year-old cannot make an informed decision upon a certain set of circumstances. And we have deemed like only individuals that are 18 and up to like have the cognitive like capacities necessary to make this informed decision. So no, a 13-year-old can't consent, right? And now I'm going to lead you back on track. Eddie, I appreciate you for the night helmet because you didn't answer my question. I said that the science shows that there is a link between physicalities of the brain and the genome that would show being gay is not a choice because it is dependent upon physicalities of the brain, right? And now this just goes back to my earlier statement. You originally said that being gay is wrong because it leads to no kids, right? And then this is when I brought up the notion of infertility. I said that this would also deem infertility is wrong because infertility also leads to no kids. And the symmetry breaker in which you outlined was that gay people have a choice. Well, I disproved that statement by showing you the science. So how do you respond to this contradiction where like you're deeming being gay is wrong because they can't have kids, yet infertility is not wrong regardless of the fact that they can't have kids? Also, thank you all for hitting that live goal. Nor and the other individual with a hard name I can't pronounce. Thank y'all. So what's your response?
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, you muting me, censoring me, and not letting me argue your points is like, if we gonna continue to do this, there's no sense in me even debating you, bro.
Yeah, stop
Like, you just,
crying and respond to my point.
I'm not crying, but this is
You're
a debate, is
crying,
it not?
respond to the point.
Respond to what point?
Yeah, you have a logical contradiction. You're saying being gay is wrong because they can't have kids, yet infertility is not wrong regardless of the fact that they can't have kids. That's a contradiction.
It's not a contradiction, bro.
Wait, how is that not a contradiction? This is why I made the graph. Look at the lines, dude. You're saying this is wrong
We
because of
already
that. Now,
went,
J-Bone,
we're
J-Bone,
going
you're
back
saying,
in circles.
J-Bone, you're saying this is wrong because of that, but this isn't wrong regardless of that. That is a contradiction, yes.
It's not a contradiction.
You're
Infertility
irrational. You're
very
illogical.
rare for one, and two cannot be
Define
controlled by the
contradiction.
person.
Define contradiction.
Being gay is a choice, therefore it can be
Yeah,
controlled.
and now, how do you feel about all the science that I've already gone over with you that says it isn't a choice? Respond to that.
And then we went through this part too, but you muted me.
No. So the WHO, the APA, the AMA, the ES, the WPATH, the BPS, the RCP, the CPA, the APS, the ESSM, the AAP, the ACP, the AFP, the ACN, the APHA, the Netherlands Institute for Brain Research, the Center for Neurodoctoral Studies at the University of Pittsburgh in Massachusetts, then the Center for Neurochronology at UCLA, all say that it is not a choice because it is dependent upon
Bro, I
physicalities
literally
of
have
brain
a
or genome.
cousin that was straight and turned gay. She
Right.
goes back and forth between being straight and gay.
Oh
Is
my
it
God,
not
it's
her
called
choice to
this
go
is called
back?
oh, it's called being bisexual. In the same way that you as a straight man can choose if you want to be with Amy or Ashley, a
So
bisexual man can choose if
therefore
they want to
again,
be
it's a
between John
choice.
and Ashley.
That's even more proof that it's a choice. I could choose whether I want to be gay or be straight by being bisexual.
No, you can choose if you want to be with John and Ashley. John or Ashley. Thank you for the money gun, Nor.
Okay, so what about the people who I've known to
Thank you for the money
personally
guns.
who, because of relationship experience, choose to be complete lesbians?
Yeah, it's just a lie.
That's another choice.
Yeah, prove it. Give me an academic study that backs up the idea that this
Academic
occurs.
study.
Nor, thank you so
So
much
you
for all the
don't
money
know
guns.
anybody who's started
Dude,
out straight,
you give me one
failed in
academic study.
relationships, and went gay.
Bro, J-Bone, give me
We
one
all know
academic
people who did
study.
that.
Give me one academic study that says what you were saying is correct. Give me one institution
see.
that backs this idea. Dispute the science, refute the science, disprove it all. What I'm getting at now is you have absolutely no proof of this ideology. Just because you can put words together in a sentence does not mean that those words are correct, right? You're saying, well, what if they choose? Well, you first have to prove that they can choose. The science
I
says
didn't
they
say
can't, so
what
present
if.
conflicting science. Nor, thank you so much for all those money guns, by the way. W Nor for real.
The last time I tried to present conflicting science, you cut me off and muted me.
Present conflicting science right now.
Okay, here we go. You're straight, right?
Straight.
Okay. Can you not right now have sex with a man?
I can have sex with a man, but that's
Okay,
not with the
there you go.
definition of gay. I can't be aroused by a
Okay.
man.
In order for you to have sex with somebody, you have to be aroused.
Oh, so then I can't have sex with a man because I can't choose to be aroused by a man.
All right, bro. You got it, man.
I know.
No,
I know.
you really don't got it, but like,
So then give me one piece of
is
science that Give me one piece of, like, remember all those institutions that I named to you?
Dog, you're not living in
Thank
reality
you for those
right now.
handouts. Wait, no, I quite literally am. You're the one that's not living in reality. I'm using
How
like
am I not?
empirical data, fact, and evidence. I'm using unbiased means of observation, experimentation, and other means that practice the scientific method to conclude that being gay is not a choice. I also use deductive reasoning in the sense that we observe
Nah,
homosexuality in over
don't, you can
3,000
use
animal
don't
species
say
and
deductive
some that
reasoning,
cannot make
dog.
choices. What?
Don't say deductive reasoning. You not using no type of deductive reasoning at all. The
Yeah, so
fact
do you
that
want
you
to...
don't believe that people can be gay by choice, when I'm literally
Right,
telling
J-Bone.
you,
Here's our conflicting statements. Here's mine. Being gay is not a choice. What backs this? The WHO, the APA, the AMA, the ES, the WPATH, the BPS, the RCP, the CPA,
bro,
the
I
APS,
don't
the
care.
ESSM, the AP, all the
If
other
we really
institutions I
want to
list
get
off.
into
Now,
this,
no,
like, I
listen. Now,
could
just
debate
listen. Just
all
listen. Just
those
listen. Just listen.
organizations.
Yeah, yeah. And then also the specific studies, right? Like, how about we actually look at the specific studies? Like, fuck this idea of, just like, not looking at the actual science. Boom! Association with the genome. Therefore, it's not a choice because you can't decide your genome. Boom! Another study about another genetic study about males being gay. You can't choose your genetics. Therefore, being gay is not a choice. Boom! A study that shows that sexual orientation has some correlation to the size of the anterior commissure in the brain. You can't choose the size of your anterior commissure. Therefore, sexual orientation is not a choice. Boom! This one goes over like the stria terminalis. You can't choose the physicalities of that. Boom! 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 Science all fucking day, dude. Holy shit! And all I'm asking from you is like one piece of science that backs the idea that it's not a choice, right? Also, don't mute your mic.
Thank you. I'm not muted my mic. You muted it.
I
But
didn't mute your
anyway,
mic.
I'm not going to use science because when I don't believe in science, I believe in reality. If we
That
live
is
in
it. Now,
reality,
see, this is a big problem.
see, look, no,
No,
Is it
J-Bone.
not unnatural? It's unnatural for two people to have sex of the same sex. That's an unnatural cause.
Yeah,
Is it
define
not?
natural.
Define natural. We're not about to do this. It is unnatural.
Yeah, so you're saying that you don't believe in science and you can't define the
is
terms that are using. Bro, I'm going to give
yes,
you one last chance, Bone. Define
bro. If you
natural, or
look
I'm
at
going to move on to
nature,
the next guys.
animals,
Now, oh,
animals. If you look in humans, who can procreate?
yeah, man. We're going to move on. All right, man. Well, I tried to argue with him. I tried to show him the science, and then this is where he just says, "Oh, I don't believe in the science." Eddie, I appreciate that night helmet. So we're just gonna unfortunately move on. Science is reality. You just are you just have ingrained homophobia within you, which is absurd. We're gonna go and move on to the next guest here. Let's go ahead and see what Tarek Solomon has to say.
No.
What's up, man? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
Why?
That girl, thank you for the gifted sub. Tarek, do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay? All right, moving on, I guess. Then also, just like while we're looking for a next guest here, if we are to like reject science, what we should probably do is have a reason to reject it. So if like I show or bring front like institutions and academic and scientific studies on the subject and you reject them, have a reason for rejecting them. Like point out like a critique or something that's wrong within the study. Anyways, what's going on, man? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
No, it's not wrong to be gay.
Okay, unfortunately, I'm only talking to opposition, but I appreciate you for coming up here. By the way, guys, if you haven't hit that follow button yet, hit that follow button right now. I do lives like this quite literally every single day. Also, consider tippity-tapping away on that phone screen. Let's try to get up to 1 million likes. There is no reason why we should not be able to get to 1 million likes in the next 10 minutes. There is 3.6 thousand people in here right now. Let's go ahead and move on to our next guest and talk to Mariah. Alrighty, y'all. Let's talk to Mariah. Mariah's loading in. What's going on, Mariah? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Doing all right. Is it wrong to be gay?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, why?
Because God made Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve.
God didn't make Adam and Steve, but nor did he make Adam and Eve. Orion, who's one of the most prolific Christian theologians of quite literally all time, says that Adam and Eve was a parable, completely symbolic, fictitious to all regards. And this is the consensus among all Christian theologians, such as St. Augustine in his work City of God, or the Catholic catacombs, or the catechisms, or quite literally any other theologian that is of a reputable, credible, and, like prevalent nature. They all just say it's a big parable. So, yeah, why is it wrong to be gay?
Oh no, that's all I had to say. You can hang me up now.
No, give me a reason why it's wrong to be gay. I want to know why you're homophobic. Come on. Come on. Tell us why you're homophobic. Oh, I guess she doesn't want to. Alrighty, well, we tried, man. We tried, man. Oh, Norm Dunham. This guy looks like some fun. This guy looks like some fun here, chat. Oh, we're so close to 500,000 likes. Oh, we were 10K likes away. Make sure we're tippity-tapping. I really appreciate those hand hearts. Thank you so much for that heart me as well. And then also, Sergio, thank you so much for the Venmo. I really appreciate it. Then also, Pineapple, thank you so much for the Venmo earlier. If you guys do have any questions for me, make sure you hit the Venmo. It's kind of like a super chat. A message will pop up at the top of my screen, and I'll be able to read it and respond to it. Or if you just want to support me, that's the best way to, because TikTok doesn't take 66% of my Venmos. What's up, Norm? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
Yes, I do. It is wrong and immoral to be gay because it goes against the created order.
All right, yeah. What's the created order?
Male and female. God made male and female. He created them, and that is what marriage is. That is the relationship that God created.
And what's the purpose of this apparent order?
To be a picture of the gospel.
Right, which is?
The relationship between Christ and his church, between God and his people. It is a picture of that relationship, of the gospel relationship.
Sweet. Can you prove to me that your God exists?
Absolutely.
Do it.
Nothing can come from nothing.
Right.
Scientific, mathematically, for life to come from nothing is 1 to the negative 200th power is what mathematicians say, and mathematically 1 to the negative 51st power is impossible. So something had to create life. That is God.
Right. And this is also going to justify my God, who says it's not going to be wrong to be gay, or it's going to justify...
No, it doesn't justify your God.
No, chill.
Because my God has proved himself.
All right. VT, I really appreciate that, Galaxy. Thank you so much. VTW. So let's start off at this first point. So this notion that something can't come from nothing, therefore God must have existed to create life, will offer the same amount of justification for quite literally any God, right? So this is going to offer the same amount of plausibility to like the Christian God as like the Islamic God, as the Norse gods, as the Greek gods, as the Aztec gods, as the Mayan gods, the Hindu gods, the Buddhist gods, or quite literally any other God that has ever existed. So assert the symmetry breaker by showing like concrete, like historical or irrefutable evidence or just some form of justification that it is the Christian creator that exists, not any of the other ones, right? Thank you for those hand arts.
Okay. We take God's word. We take the prophetic accuracy of God's word. We take the prophetic fulfillments of Christ. Again, going back to statistics,
name one prophetic fulfillment of Christ.
Isaiah. The virgin shall bear a child, and his name shall be everlasting Father. That he be born in Bethlehem.
I'm sorry. How is this a prophecy? If this was like written after Jesus was born, this is not a prophecy.
No, it wasn't. None of it was written after. The Old Testament was all proven to be written before Jesus was born. Hundreds of prophecies about the Messiah were written before the life of Christ.
Then how do you feel about the prophecies from like Islamic, like from the Islamic religion?
Those were all written later. Islam began in 740 AD.
So there's going to be like prophecies
or later.
So there's going to be prophecies from the Islamic religion, such as like a great split between the oceans and like the scientific explanation, that were like written in the Quran before we had like the means necessary to actually observe or to denote the split within the ocean, right? And this is going to be like a prophecy that was indeed fulfilled from like the Quran, right? And then we could go on to like other prophecies that have been like apparently fulfilled from other religions as well, right? And then not to mention that we completely like just dismiss this notion of fulfilled prophecies because we don't have like any like means of historical or like archaeological evidence to support the notion that the prophecy
there's tons of evidence.
So name one
tons
piece
of evidence.
So Norm, if there's tons of evidence, name one piece of archaeological evidence to support that Jesus rose from the dead.
Eyewitness evidence. I don't have archaeological, but we have eyewitness evidence. We have the Word of God. We have the fact that Paul wrote. Paul wrote. Paul wrote. He said to them, Jesus, when he rose from the dead, he was seen by Peter and the apostles, and then by him and over 500 people, and he said, some who are still alive. This is what Paul is saying. He's saying there are people out there who saw him. Go ask them. Go ask them. 500 eyewitnesses.
Yeah, sweet. Do you mind if I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Do you think that the amount of eyewitnesses to something is going to grant justification for it? And the more eyewitnesses something has, the more like true it's going to be?
Well, yeah. I mean, when you have eyewitness evidence.
So sweet. Let's look at this idea. So I'm not kidding about this. This is not a lie. This is true, and people in chat can confirm this. Jesus Christ rose from the dead in Boulder, Colorado on Pearl Street on August 27th at 9:56 p.m. and 957 individuals eyewitnessed this. So in the Bible, Peter denotes over 500 eyewitnesses. However, Peter just simply says there was 500. There's offered no extra like proof or justification of that these individuals actually exist or actually saw it. He just simply said that these 500 individuals did, right? But then we go to Jesus Christ. There's actually 957.
So wait.
No, don't interrupt me. So then there's 957 people who saw Jesus Christ rise from the dead in Boulder, Colorado on Pearl Street, right? So the last question I asked you, is something going to be like more so justified with more eyewitnesses it has? And you answered yes. Therefore, Jesus Christ is going to be double as justified as Jesus Christ. I appreciate that had a mustache. And Jesus Christ says in the book of Shmizus that being gay is not wrong, right? And you're about to say like, oh, this is just made up, right?
Sure, I am.
Yeah, so no, we have 957 denoted eyewitnesses. And
okay, give me some names.
Better question. Yeah, so we could go
give
through
me some names.
People in chat. Yeah, people in chat. Was anyone in
chat?
Okay,
people in the chat. Okay.
Yeah,
so you can prove.
Wait,
listen.
No, now we're going to use the same question against you. Name one of the 512 eyewitnesses of Jesus apart from the apostles. And you asked for names. We're looking at 5 We're looking at Anna. We're looking at Ratatouille. We're looking at Ash. We're looking at Guller. We're looking at Christian. We're looking at you. We're looking at Patty. We're looking at Shy Shy. Pineapple was present. Sophie was present. Victoria was present. Trey was present. So there's like a bunch of names. So now name one name apart from the apostles that saw Jesus rise from the dead. What I'm getting at here is that eyewitnesses aren't a good way to justify a belief. Thank you for that, Anna Mustache. Because obviously Jesus Christ doesn't exist just because about 1,000 people says he does. So we should use that same logic when we talk about Jesus Christ, you know? Because one man wrote 500 people saw him doesn't make that happen, you know?
So you're going to disagree with Sir Simon Greenleaf from Harvard, who took that eyewitness account that Paul wrote, and he said, according to the laws of evidence, and Sir Simon Greenleaf, according to Harvard and law across the board, is the preeminent authority on evidential law, Sir Simon Greenleaf, and he took that, what Paul said, and said that we have as much evidence from that Jesus rose from the dead as we have any other historical event. So if you want to disagree with Sir Simon Greenleaf, that's fine. And you want to make stuff up about Shmizus, whatever.
What's his name?
Make this stuff up. Simon Greenleaf. SIMONGREENLEAF, Sir Simon Greenleaf, the preeminent authority at his time on evidential law, and he put that resurrection of Christ to the test according to what Paul wrote, and he determined, this is your scientific, your proof that you like to give, that Jesus rose from the dead.
Oh yeah. So let's see. So this guy was alive in the 19th century. So this is going to be like 1800 to 1900. And so looking at it, what he says right now is that he argued that the character of the witnesses and the behavior of the gospel writers and early Christian witnesses, including their willingness to suffer persecution, lent credibility to their testimonies, right?
Yes.
So like
they went to their
now
deaths.
What we have to realize, so now what we have to realize,
proclaiming Jesus rose from the dead.
So
Would you die
Norm, I'm
to
not done
claim?
talking. I'm not done talking, right, Norm? I'm not done talking. So you're not going to interrupt me, right? So yeah, so he does argue that like they're credible because these individuals were willing to die for their beliefs. So yeah, why don't we just go ahead and talk about like the martyrs of the Islamic religions or the Norse pagan religions or quite literally any other religion. So like the level of evidential proof in which is asserted by Simon Greenleaf is that it is credible because they're willing to die. And like my simple response to this is that this could be held to the same standard for any other religion of all time, because people have been willing to die for religions of all time. And like I just looked into it. This is the only reason he says it was credible. Like deadass, the only reason, right? And then like also something that you were saying earlier about how like something couldn't have came from nothing. Well, I actually agree with this notion. And your solution to this notion is a God that possesses attributes such as all-powerful, all-knowing, and all-good. Well, how about we look at other probabilistic, explanations for something coming from nothing or the original cause. So let's look at the explanation of a fundamental set of particles, right? And these exist in a state of eternity, right? And these are going to be like equivalent to God in the sense that it's going to be the cause for all causes and they're eternal in nature. However, they are going to be much more simple than your God that possesses all the qualities that you laid out, right? And by just some like Occam's razor or some like reasonable deductional skills, we can say that since it's more simple, it's going to be more probable. So this is going to reject the notion that the God exists in the first place.
No.
And then we could reject this notion that Sir Simon Greenleaf's writing on like evidential uses of eyewitness testimonies as being credible because they're willing to die for their faith can be rejected because this can be held true for quite literally any other religion and their eyewitnesses.
No.
So if you're using Sir Simon Greenleaf to justify the existence of the Christian God, well then we could just use on the same level of eyewitness testimonies for any other religion, right? So you're being illogical by saying the Christian God is the only one that exists by ruling out other eyewitness testimonies of other religions that had people willing to die for them. We need to be logical, Norm. I understand that individuals who are religious, such as yourself, are quite often extremely illogical, but at least hold yourself to the same standard that you're telling me.
Well, let me talk.
Of willing to die, and that is proof. There's been individuals willing to die for any religion of all time. Think about it, Norm.
Can I talk now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Now, first, let's talk about people dying for their faith. You have made the claim that Shmeesus, whatever, rose from the dead. If someone puts a gun to your head and wants to unalive you right now, because of that, are you willing to die to make that statement? Are you willing to lose your life for that statement? No, you're not, because you made it up. Let me talk.
No. So again, no, dude, Norm, this isn't the angle to attack it from, right? So Norm, what we need to be thinking about is other religions that indeed do have individuals that are going to die for their faith. Obviously, Shmeesianity is just an assertment to show like the fallacious nature of other religions. But let's talk about like Islamic religions, or the Norse religions, or the Greek religions, or the Aztec, Mayan, Hinduism, or Buddhism that indeed do have people that are willing to die for their faith.
Again, here's the point. There are thousands of Muslims who, and we've seen it, who are willing to die for their faith, and people, but nobody's going to die for the lie that they made up. Watergate. Watergate.
You think the Islamic God
did Muhammad die? Did Muhammad die because somebody came to him and said you're false, and he maintained? No, he died of old age, and those people that he deceived They're willing to believe it. They did not make up the lie. What you're trying to say is that the apostles who made up a lie that Jesus rose from the dead, who were with him, who witnessed him raise from the dead, and went to horrific deaths, maintaining the fact that they saw him rise from the dead. Paul was crucified. James was beheaded. Thomas.
All right, so no, I'm muting you because the first thing you said.
No, stop muting me, Crow.
No, I'm muting you because the first thing you said was misinformation. You're saying that there isn't individuals that were willing to die for the faith in which they created. Prophet Muhammad and his family died for the faith that they were created. Don't spread misinformation. Like,
how did Muhammad die? How did Muhammad die?
Yeah, so we can look at.
How did Muhammad die?
Bro, I'm gonna answer. I'm still talking. Don't interrupt me, right? So yeah.
You keep interrupting me, so how come I can't interrupt you? Because you have.
Explain it. I'm about to explain it, right? I'm explaining.
Okay, tell me how Muhammad died.
Yeah, so we could look. Like I said, let's look at Muhammad and his family, right? So when we look at his grandson, Hussein ibn Ali, this is the grandson of Muhammad. He's like a very revered figure in Islam. So he's known for like a lot of these stands that he took against like a lot of these different groups, and like these principles in which he found to be corrupt. And then like him along with other members of the family and followers, like faced these overwhelming odds in this one battle that happened a long time ago. And like they chose to uphold their beliefs when pressured by the people that they were fighting, and they inevitably died for their beliefs, right? And this could be the same. The same thing could be said about any religion of all time, right? And if you're saying that like the apostles of the Christian church were the ones that created the church. No, Jesus created the church. They were followers of Jesus. They believed in what Jesus was saying. In the same way that Hussein ibn Ali was a follower of his grandfather, Prophet Muhammad, right? And they both died for their faiths. And we could just go to a bunch of different religions that say the same thing.
No,
not to mention, Norm, that even if I accept the Christian God as being of fact, it still says nowhere in the Christian Bible that homosexuality is immoral.
Sure it does. When a man lies with a man, it's an abomination. Deuteronomy.
Deuteronomy? So,
I don't know the verse exactly, but yeah, when a man lies with another man, when a man lies with another man, it's an abomination.
So that's Leviticus.
Okay, right? Leviticus, Leviticus.
Right?
Leviticus,
so
okay, great.
So, Norm, don't be a fake Christian and actually read the entirety of Leviticus. At the end of Leviticus, God purely, simply, and very factually states that the rules in which were outlined within Leviticus were specific only to the Israelites and their differences from the Egyptians or the Canaanites, because the Egyptians and the Canaanites, practiced like this ritualistic, like homosexual orgies to pray to their gods. So the thing is that if you're going to say that being gay is an abomination, you'd have a strong argument, but only for the Israelites living over 3,000 years ago. Not to mention that it also says in Leviticus that wearing blue tassels at all four corners of your garments is an abomination. So if you do follow Levitican law, even though you shouldn't because God says you shouldn't, you would be just as much of an abomination as a gay man, because you are not wearing blue tassels at all four corners of your garments.
Okay.
Next.
I'll give you that.
Baby.
I'll give you that. Okay.
Thank you.
Paul says that neither adulterers, homosexuals, any of those, and I don't have the verse in front of me, but will not inherit the kingdom of God. That these are abominations.
Sweet.
These are sins.
So now let's see what Paul said in Corinthians. That's what you're talking about. So the original language used in Corinthians in this specific verse is arseniokai. And at its most literal translation, this cannot be inferred to mean man on man, but rather man on boy. And this is backed by theologians, by historians, or anyone that has an adequate interpretation of Greek texts. Not to
it's
mention
male on male.
So Norm, listen. Not to mention that this was condemning like ritualistic and adulterated practices of Greek Roman culture, such as male temple prostitution, right? Not to then mention
thank you, Matthew Vines.
Translations that it said it was homosexuality only appeared in 19.
Give me one name of somebody who thinks that, some credible theologian outside of Matthew Vines. Matthew Vines made that shit up.
Yeah, so we could go on to there's one. So you name one, and then you're like, oh, he made that shit up. Yeah, we could just go on to
He did.
You want to talk to Matt? Yo, should this guy talk to Matt? I think this guy should talk to Matt, baby. I think this guy should talk to Matt, guys.
Hey.
Hello, Matt. Perfect timing.
Really quick, okay? And I promise I'll be super quick, okay?
Take your time.
So, okay. I speak Greek. Arsenokoitai, Arsenokoitai does not mean, and I want to correct both of you, does not mean man on boy. Okay, it doesn't. What it means
man on man.
Hold on. It does not literally mean man on man. Literally, it means male bed. Literally, arson means male, and koites means bed. It's taken from the Septuagint translation of Leviticus 18, because Paul only had the Greek translation of the Hebrew. So that's what he used when he wrote 1 Corinthians. But what I'm telling you is that the word, Paul invented the word. Okay, he invented it. Nowhere before Paul was that word used. Okay, so we have to infer what Paul meant. Okay, so we have to infer. He is clearly referring to Leviticus, but as Dean stated, right, Leviticus has a context to it, so you cannot apply a universal application of arsena coitai to modern day homosexuals, because Paul had a concept of what was happening in Corinth during the first century. Because Corinth was a town known for its lust, known for its debauchery, known for these types of actions among the Christians. That is who he is critiquing. Which is why he mentions other Greek words. He mentions pornoi. He mentions malakoi. He mentions moikoi. These are all different types of sexual immorality acts. Pornoi is standard lust. Moikoi is people who commit adultery. Malakoi are people who are weak-willed and take the submissive role. All of these things, but they had a context to them, none of which applied to modern-day society.
Why not? Why doesn't it apply to modern day society?
Because the power structure.
Because you don't want it to.
No, it's because the
God
power
says
structure.
He doesn't.
No, it's because
you don't want it to.
No, it's because the power structure. Roman society, Corinth belonged to Rome. Romans could only by law have sex with other males if that other male was a slave or took a submissive role. No Roman male who was a citizen could act in a submissive role. They had to be the penetrator. Why? Because it was about power and it was about domination. You can read the ancient literature of people who critiqued this, because ancient people critiqued this because they saw it as a form of domination and a form as basically as great, because people in the higher classes would use younger males to simply get out their lust. That's exactly what Paul is critiquing, which is why he critiques people who engage in porneia, things like that. So it makes sense in the context of Rome and in Corinth.
So are you telling me that So are you telling me that consensual homosexuality did not exist in Rome?
No, it did not.
At the time of Paul?
No.
What?
Why? Because it was ingrained in law that no Roman male citizen could marry another man, nor could he.
Okay, I just don't believe that.
Read the lex. Lex is Latin for law. Read the Roman lexicon. Romans kept records of this stuff. We can read the actual records of Roman law, and it says clearly the sexual ethics that no male Roman could be in a submissive role, nor could marry, nor could they act in any way that is submissive. If they need to, they can use a slave or a prostitute, a male prostitute who is younger than them, to get out their frustrations basically by having sex. It is ingrained in them, which is why it was critiqued. And once Paul came around in the first century, it was seen as an abomination because so many Romans critiqued it as a form of grape.
Not to mention it says in the Bible that this was only specific to the Israelites in Leviticus.
Yeah. I mean that too. I mean, Paul was a Roman Jew, so he would have applied the Mosaic law to what was happening in Rome. But what was happening in Rome was so unique that it never happens today. Two consenting male members who engage in homosexuality. It did not exist in antiquity. There was no such thing as two consenting adults engaging in such an activity, because it was all about power and domination. In fact, all of the scenes in the Bible of men engaging in men or in male sex involves grape. I can point you to First Judges. I can point you to Genesis 19. They all involve grape. Why? Because it's about domination. It's about penetration.
Okay, so when did consensual homosexuality begin, Matt? Tell me that. Recently, when did consensual
recently, because
so okay, you're telling me that this never happened in history. That's garbage, dude. That is such garbage.
Hold on.
That is such garbage.
Paul would have had no conception of what consent between two male sexual members was like, because back then consent was not a thing. A woman couldn't consent. She was sold.
Matt, let me ask you a question. Matt, let me ask you a question. Were Jonathan and David lovers?
No.
Okay, well, at least you're not buying into that Matthew Vines bull garbage. So again,
no, hold on. Is there strong homoerotic type of literature found in that story? Yes, but there's nothing that implies.
Supposedly, according to Matthew Vines, according to all these pro-gay scholars.
I'm gonna move on in like 45 seconds.
Yeah,
I just want to point that out.
The point is, though, is the reason why this does not apply today is very simple. Because we have a word when a man does not or engages in non-consensual sex with another man. We call it rape. Back then, that was the norm because slaves could not consent. Young people could not consent. Okay, Roman people who were penetrated, meaning males, could not consent. They were seen as inferior, which is why they were the ones getting penetrated. And you can read any Roman work going from antiquity to Paul's time that talks about this, and it always talks about Roman citizens literally having sex with young people, with slaves, and the leaders found it to be an abomination and found it to be wrong because they had their own sexual ethics.
Yeah, he's saying that consensual homosexual intercourse didn't exist because consent didn't exist.
Yeah, and exactly, because would you deny?
That's garbage.
No, would you deny?
That's garbage.
Bro, read the law.
Did a woman consent to marriage, or was she literally sold off by her father because the woman as a daughter was the property?
Yes, women were betrothed.
Guys, I gotta move.
Exactly. It makes sense that consent was not a thing back then. Which, thank God, we have consent today.
Yeah, so
Arsenicoitai is male on male, and Paul condemned homosexuality. It's immoral. It's wrong.
So I just want to point this out. You understand that you were talking to a professor on this, fluent and
I don't care if he's a professor.
No, listen. No, you shouldn't care that he's a professor. You should care about what he's saying. When he makes assertions such as consent didn't exist, and then outlines the particular laws of the time, and then references lexicon of the time that you can read to learn this for yourself, you should probably accept it, right? Or at least do the research. And then by you sitting up here and basically taking nothing in what she says to be true and maintaining your own dogmatic beliefs,
that you have not read any of the literature on this word. But this word has been debated for 30 years. Okay, no scholar agrees with your interpretation that it means male on male. They all say it is ambiguous. They all say that it is context dependent, and only the most evangelical of the evangelicals say that it condemns what we now call homosexuality. No biblical scholar, whether they be Christian or not, will say that it condemns what we in modern times call homosexuality. No one.
That's a pretty bold statement, because I know a few Christian scholars that do believe.
I want a name.
Dr. James White, Dr. Michael Brown.
Evangelical.
So what? So evangelical means they're wrong?
No, it means
evangelical means they're wrong.
Yes. You know why?
Okay.
Do you know where James White got his PhD? Do you know where James White got his PhD? An online university that failed, and in fact, he cannot get credentialed in the United States because he went to a bogus university. Maybe you should.
That's not true.
People. It is true.
That's not true. I personally know James White. I have had conversations with James White. That's not true. That is not true.
Then why can he not get credentialed with any university?
He is credentialed.
Because no, he's not. Because he got a bogus degree at a bogus online university.
Okay, you say that.
Yeah, no,
go ahead. That's fine.
No biblical scholar will.
That's fine. Hearsay.
Yeah, Norm's not going to accept a thing. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next guest. Norm, thank you so much for joining.
Bye,
Matt, wait, hold up. Thank you so much for coming up, man. You rock. You rock all the time. You're just somehow always here when we start, going into the Bible talk.
Well, Dean,
you're absolutely phenomenal.
Instead of calling you, we can obviously, but I want to just mention several things, and I'll be very quick. 1 Timothy and 1 Corinthians has the same issue, okay? It's all about that word, okay? Period, blank. Leviticus, you already have that down. Great. Romans is simple also. It's about the cause and effect. Paul has a cause, which is wrong. It's simple. It's about idolatry. We can say that clearly idolatry does not cause homosexuality. It's clear, and therefore we can reject Romans 1. Other than that, there's no other story in the Bible that talks about homosexuality. None. And so anything else, Jesus is silent on it. Paul is virtually silent, but definitely Jesus is silent on it. And so we don't have to worry about it. And therefore, if someone comes in and they make those claims, we need to ask ourselves, what's the context? What's the language? What is actually being said by these authors? Because I guarantee you, what applied 3,000 years ago does not apply today. It's very simple.
You're great. Well, thank you so much for coming up, Matt.
Bye, Dean.
See ya. Yo, Matt W's in the chat. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the next guest here. Matt actually huge Matt W. Matt W's literally never loses. Fucking never loses, man. I don't know. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the next guest here. Big Matt W. Let's go ahead and see what this next guest has to say. If you guys are enjoying the debates, make sure you hit that follow button. Also, tippity tap away on your phone screen here, y'all. Oh, what's going on, man?
Yo,
what's up? Do you think that being gay is wrong?
being gay is completely wrong. It is against everything in human nature and everything.
Okay, how? Why? What?
Cause how is your PP supposed to go into a booty hole? How is that supposed to work?
By taking it and putting it in the same fashion that a man would put it into a vagina.
But it's not a vagina. That's where poop comes out.
Right. So just like the vagina excretes urine.
Well, what about Jesus? What about Jesus here? Think about Jesus.
What does Jesus say about this?
Yeah, Jesus says, "Fuck no to gay people." Tell me I'm wrong. How am I wrong on that?
Well, where does Jesus say "fuck no" to gay people? In the Bible or something?
In everything, and Jesus stands for it. Jesus rose to the dead and then spoke out and said, "I disagree with gay marriage." Yep, that's exactly what he said.
Are you delusional? And also, it's not rose it's not rose for the dead. It's rose from the dead.
That's what I said.
All right, man. So what I'm trying to get at here is why you think that being gay is wrong. So the first thing that you said, it's against everything that we know, like all nature of all time.
Everything that we know. Cause well, when you look at it, reproduction, and you're gonna say something about infertility.
Right.
Well, what do infertile girls have to offer us? We have gay people and infertile girls. They're in the same group. They don't offer anything to the humane society. Am I wrong?
So it's immoral. It's just as bad to be infertile as it is to be gay.
Yes, you're right on the money there, sir.
Okay, why? What, dude? So you understand that 11%.
Because if everybody was infertile and everyone was gay, how are we gonna have a world that's sustaining?
Right, well, we're not, but that's why everyone's not infertile and everyone's not gay. Now, let me get this straight. So you think that, how old's your mother?
My mother is 52.
All right, so there's a high probability that your mother's gone through menopause, which means that your mother's infertile.
Well, she has. Yes, she has.
So would you say?
I'm saying she's served her purpose.
So, your mother's, she's in, in a state of, immorality now because she can't, procreate?
Well, she's done her purpose. She's earned her life on this earth.
Oh, yeah, because she had kids? Well, yeah, so what if a woman's born infertile?
What?
Yeah, what if a woman's born infertile?
Then they're just like the gays. They shouldn't be here.
What if a man's born infertile?
If I was born infertile, I wouldn't want to be here.
All right, straight. So are you religious? Are you are you Catholic?
I am Catholic, yes, sir.
Yeah, so
I went to a Catholic school.
Yeah, so your pope, your priests and your nuns are all celibate, and they do not have kids ever. So would you say that the pope is immoral?
Well, the pope has a good relationship with the Lord himself.
Yeah, right, but he can't have kids.
Yeah, but he has a good relationship with the Lord, unlike the gay people and all the girls who can't have kids.
I think it's quite plausible for a woman that cannot have kids to have a good relationship with God, such as a nun, right? Or just such as another individual. And can you
Well, they are directly serving God.
Can you just
talking about?
Can you just like prove that Jesus or like God even exists?
All right. What about all the miracles that are performed, or not performed, but happen every day and everything?
Yeah, name one.
When someone has a 0% chance of living and they just die. Or wait. When they have a when they have a 0% chance of living, then somehow they pull through, like in the hospital.
Gabriel, thank you for that subscription. So that's if someone has a 0% chance of living, then they're not going to pull through because they have a 0%
But
chance
then
of living.
somehow they do. Like it's happened before. Like when someone's like in a coma, then it's a miracle that they pulled through. How do you explain that?
Yeah, because like a miracle would be
call it a miracle.
So let's just assume that like there was like a 0.01% chance that they pulled through, right? And then they did pull through. Well, they're going to be like the 0.01 out of that 100%. So for every like miracle,
which is a miracle performed by God Himself.
Well, imagine this. So imagine like there's like 1% chance that they pull through, or like a 0.01% chance that they pull through. We have 1,000 people that are in the same coma. Like one is inevitably going to pull through just because of like statistics, right? So then that one that does pull through, like this isn't a miracle. It's just like understanding statistics.
Well, okay. What happens if they have something that's incurable and there is 0 people who have ever pulled through and they mysteriously pull through? There is no statistics to make it happen, and I know it's happened before.
So
I don't have the exact study on it, but it's happened.
Are you do you think being gay is a chance? Do you think that being gay is a chance? Do you think that being gay is a choice by chance?
Being gay happens to do with how you were raised.
Yeah, can you give me one academic study that agrees?
If you were raised like a sissy, of course you're going to become gay.
Not necessarily, right?
Yeah, if your parents take it easy on you, like if you weren't punished as a kid, you're going to become gay. And also if you have a mental like disorder, you're going to become gay.
Wait, so there's like, okay, well, first of all, like this notion that like being gay has to do with like, like the way in which someone was raised, like their quote unquote sissiness. Well, like quote unquote like sissiness or lack of punishment isn't going to cause like someone's interior commissure to like increase in size. It's not going to cause like the physicalities of like their AI NH3 subsection of their hypothalamus to change. It's not going to like add this like, new chromosome, the XQ23 chromosome to their genome. And like science has denoted like all these similarities are distinct physicalities that only exist within gay people. And then also on your next point, what was the next point you said? Thank you for the hand hearts.
I have like short-term memory loss, so I forgot the second point that I had.
Yeah, what's your highest level of schooling?
My highest level of schooling, I am in college at the moment.
Okay, right. How many continents are there?
There are 7 continents.
Yeah, can you name them all?
Okay, we got Alaska, Africa, Antarctica. Or wait. Alaska? Fuck, I did not mean Alaska. Antarctica, fucking Africa, Australia, North America, South America. Yeah, I only got 5 here, buddy. All right. These are my last words. Being gay is gonna send you straight to hell. You should be crucified like Jesus if you are gay. Have a good day.
Yeah, nowhere in the Christian Bible does it say that if you're gay, you're going to be sent straight to hell. All the verses where it's
Well, it doesn't say that. That's my own Bible. I don't know how to leave.
Goodbye, Pirate Hunter.
Can you kick me?
Yeah, okay, well, no, it says nowhere in the Christian Bible that being gay is wrong. I guess we're going to move on to the next guest. That was just absurd. That was just crazy. I was, like, actually in disbelief there. I don't think I've been in, like disbelief like that talking to a guest for a while. That was just like, wow, man, you know what I mean? I was just like, Jesus Christ. I guess we're going to move on to the next guest. Thank you so much for that star. We're going to be going into sub-only chat for a little bit here shortly, y'all, so consider dropping that subscription. Also, consider hitting that follow button if you haven't already. We're also 300,000 likes away from 1 million. Tippity-tap away on that phone screen. What's up, Hayden? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
Hello. First, I just want to say that I think all gay people should have the right to be gay and shouldn't be mistreated. That I'm no better. I also want to say I'm no better than anyone who's gay, whether you think it's good or not.
Right. So why is it wrong to be gay? How old are you?
I'm 18. Just turned 18.
Okay, sweet. So why is it wrong to be gay?
I believe it's wrong to be gay because I believe in the Christian Bible.
Yeah, name one verse in the Christian Bible that says it's wrong. Giggles, thank you so much for the subscription.
I feel like that goes both ways because I feel like no one has the authority other than God to like know if it's wrong or not.
Right.
But
so
whether
where does it
it's
say in the Bible that
or
it's
if
wrong?
it's
Because you said you believe in the Christian God, you believe in the Bible. Where in the Bible does it say it's wrong?
there's a lot of verses people argue over. Like
Such as?
There's a verse in Genesis, I don't have it memorized, that like the man of like when someone becomes married, the man and the female become one. Like they I don't remember the verse off the top of my head. I know.
Wouldn't necessarily denounce that a male.
I know
couldn't become one? Leviticus and Leviticus is
22 is really.
In Leviticus, it also says that God.
Yeah, it's
like,
really
the rules
debated on.
No, it's not. It's not. This part isn't debated on. If you actually read Leviticus, God quite literally directly states in Leviticus that the rules in which he was outlining are specifically only for the Israelites and the differences from the Egyptians or the Canaanites.
Israelites, yeah.
Right, so there's like you would have a strong argument. Thank you so much for that subscription. Good, you would have a strong argument as to why it would be wrong to be gay as an Israelite living over 3,000 years ago. But like outside of that context, not really. Also, hidden, like in like it's this fact. If you just pick up your Bible and read Leviticus, you will see that for yourself. You know what I mean?
No, I understand that. I'm not saying you're wrong.
So then this can't be used as like adequate justification for being gay.
But
honestly, man, like honestly, can you just like give me any proof that your God exists or anything? I'm kind of like bored of like the religious arguments, at least for a little. Like I've had a couple in a row. Like I kind of just like
I
kind of want like a secular argument.
100% proof on any religion is real. But
give me like any proof that yours is real.
Wait, let me. If I'm gonna I haven't interrupted you one time. I've let you say whatever you want, and then I wait, and then I talk. So please, if this is a debate, please let it 50-50 on that. What I was trying to say is every religion is revolved around faith, and I believe in the eyewitness testimonies.
And I believe
there's tons of things that stick out to me more than other religions. Like, for example, when Jesus rose from the dead, it mentions that women were the first people to see him. When back then, I mean, that would be disgraceful.
Right, hidden. So there's gonna be like more eyewitness testimonies.
There's
gonna be like hidden. There's gonna be more eyewitness testimonies that exist within other religions for like divine miracles. Not to mention that your first statement that you just believe in like this faith that you have for your God. Well, like, what if I have faith in a God that like says that murdering my neighbor is okay? Is murdering my neighbor gonna be okay? No. Therefore, faith cannot be like an adequate substantiation for any given belief, and this would apply to your own as well, right? And what year were you born in?
2005.
All right, thank you for those insights. I don't think you could be 18 and be born in 2005. Can you?
Yeah, I was just saying that because you said you had to be 18, but I wanted to, because I don't know why you have to be 18 to say that.
Well,
my point is, here's my point.
It would have been earlier in the year. So you're not 18. You're not 18, right?
Whether being gay is a sin or not, if it's a sin, you should love one another. Blah,
Right.
blah, blah,
Unfortunately,
right?
Hayden, I appreciate you for coming up, but you pretty much just like told us.
Give your sins to the
You
God.
pretty much just told us that you're not 18, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Right. And I appreciate you for coming up here. Unfortunately, you do have to be 18 to be on the TikTok live, so I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Hayden. We're gonna go to move on to the next guest. Like, his birthday just hasn't happened yet. Anyways, he's about to be 18. We're gonna go to move on to the next guest here. Let's go to get Stud Wolflood up in here. Yeah, then also, just as far as like religion goes, like anyone could have faith in anything, and faith doesn't make something necessarily true. What's up, man? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
I don't. I actually came in the guest.
Unfortunately, I'm only talking opposition, but I do appreciate you for coming up. We're just looking for some debates, man. Let's go ahead and talk to James here, chat. Let's go and talk to James. By the way, guys, we're almost 50,000 likes away from our next goal of 800,000 likes, so make sure we're tippity-tapping away on that phone screen. We're still looking for someone to come up in here. Let's go ahead and talk to Countryman. Let's go ahead and talk to Countryman, chat. Very nice, very nice. What's up, Countryman? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay? Thank you for lightning.
I don't necessarily think that it's wrong, but I do believe that it's immoral.
Okay, why?
Actually, I said that wrong. I don't believe it's immoral, but I do believe that it's wrong.
Okay, why is it wrong?
And here's why I say that. Because genetically, we are programmed to reproduce.
Right. Something like that.
So in order for a child to be born, naturally, it has to be between a man and a woman. There are other ways, but we're not here to talk about that.
Right.
Um.
Right. So is infertility immoral?
Infertility is moral because it can be caused by several different things.
Right. So still
It
can't
really
like being
depends
gay,
on
right?
what causes it.
So now, County, here's what we see. Our country, here's what we see. You said that being gay is wrong because they can't have kids. This is what you were like, going towards. But then if you're infertile, you also can't have kids. So this is going to be like a contradiction, right?
Correct. But the majority
Right,
of the time, infertility is caused by something being wrong with the human body.
Something being different with the human body.
Wrong would
Like,
go
like the
against...
wrongness asserted about it, like this is something's not necessarily wrong because it's different. In the same sense that like every woman over the age of like 55 is going to be infertile, right? But you're not going to say that something went wrong with their human body in that sense.
But that's normal.
Right? So, define normal?
So normal would be anything that has a somewhere around 65-70% the majority of the time is normal.
So yeah.
It's within the normal range.
And then if it's not normal, it's wrong, right?
Right, it would be considered an outlier.
Right. So would you say that being a man over 6 foot tall is like wrong?
Well, I mean, if your house has 5-foot ceilings, yes.
No, it was being a man over 6 foot intrinsically wrong.
No, it's just not normal.
But like only 11 point. Yeah, exactly. So something can be not normal, not necessarily be wrong, right? There's only like 14.5% of men are over the height of like 6 foot. And also, I would say it's like normal in this sense. You're just kind of like deeming like typicality to it. By the way, are you driving?
No.
Okay. So yeah. So infertility is not wrong. It leads to no reproduction, and being gay is not wrong. It leads to no reproduction. You can't neither is a choice. And at the end of the day, this is just a logical contradiction. Like, come on.
So, you were talking earlier about scientific research, and you were talking about how there are studies that genetics leads to, whether you're going to be gay, if you're going to be straight,
Anatomy.
bisexual, or what have you.
Anatomy, biology, yes, sir.
Okay, so there's been a lot of people that say that environmental factors have nothing to do with it.
Right. Thank you for that, mustache.
Okay.
Jamie.
So, with that being the case, trauma, when you look into studies about behavior, and you look at people that study trauma, people that study people that have been sexually abused, people that have been mentally abused, not necessarily have to be in a sexual form, but they can be put into a state of psychosis, something along those lines, and that can actually alter their mindset on how they perceive sexual orientation.
No, it can't. No study shows that to be the case. And all that
I
the
can
institutions
show
and
you
science-
about 5 or 6 studies from the 90s that show that's not true.
Yeah, so in the 90s, 80s, and 70s, like, there's basically, like, this medical, like, misconception that being gay was a mental illness caused by these factors. But, right, like, as we did more research, we learned that past research was flawed and wrong. Right? So, like, no, seriously, like, in that 90s... Thank you, Logan. Faith, thank you so much for that subscription. Like, it used to be the case where it was, like, a mental illness, as defined by, the APA, like, by, like, these institutions. I don't know where he went. I don't know where he went, chat. Hello? Countryman, hello, are you there? Nope. He just dipped. Okay, I guess we're gonna go and move on to the next guest here, chat. I don't know quite what that guy was saying. I don't know where he was going, y'all. Hey, by the way, guys, if we are enjoying the stream, make sure you drop that follow or hit that follow button, baby. You already fucking know. We are so close to 1 million likes, guys. If you've been enjoying the streams, make sure you tippity tap away in that phone screen. Let's go ahead and get our next guest up in here. Let's go ahead and talk to Marvin, chat. Let's go ahead and talk to Marvin, chat. Let's go ahead and see what Marvin has to say. Marvin is loading in here, chat. What's going on, man? Do you think it is wrong or moral to be gay? All right, guess we're gonna go to move on from Marvin. Let's go ahead and see what Rise Bolin has to say here, chat. Let's go ahead and see what he has to say. Let's go ahead and just dunk on his reasoning. Y'all already know how it goes. What's up, man? Is it wrong or moral to be gay?
Yo, can you hear me?
Sure can.
All right, what's up? In my opinion, you see, a lot of people think differently, though, innit? But
I'm asking you how you think.
I think there's two types, right? You can be gay and then just be a nice person, a genuine person.
There's
and
only
then
one
still-
type of gay, and it's same-sex attraction.
Okay, you say that, right? This is what I'm saying now, though. I'm saying you can be gay and then act like a girl and give all these feminine vibes and shit. Personally, I don't really agree with that. But if you're gay, you like a man, it is what it is. Just don't be like acting all girly and shit. You get what I mean?
Yeah, so basically, you just love the societal conditioning that has forced these specific gender roles and attributes to masculinity and to femininity, and when anyone digresses from this, you think it's wrong. So first of all, that's going to be unsubstantiated because you're quite literally just appealing to what most people want, think, or see for your justification for why it's wrong. And then the next point is this isn't going to necessitate a gay as being wrong, right? Because there's also, like, I could say, oh, there's two types of straight. The chill, the good straights, and then the straights that, like, go out and do a bunch of bad stuff. And when
Yeah.
the straights go out and do a bunch of bad stuff, this is when being straight's wrong. Do you see how illogical that is?
No, I get that. But like, I'm trying to word it to make it make sense in my head and to make it make sense for you. You get me? But
No, this isn't justified, dude. You're basically saying when a man exerts femininity, like, this is wrong to you. What's your justification? Why is a man exerting femininity wrong?
because I think a man should embrace masculinity.
Yeah, so a man should embrace what society tells him that he should be like?
It's just been like that for the whole time, bro.
Yeah, that's an appeal to tradition. An appeal to tradition won't justify your argument, right? So
Why
why
don't we
should a
embrace
man?
tradition?
So why is it necessarily like immoral if a man doesn't embrace masculinity?
I feel like it's
Not to
always
mention
good.
that's as subjective. I feel like masculinity is going to be like subjective in nature, and I'd
You're
honestly
asking me
say that like
questions, but then as I'm about to answer them, you're just interrupting.
because I have so much more to add on. But go ahead. Go ahead, man. Oh, you're on pause. There you go.
Hold on. Go on.
Yeah, so there's going to be nothing wrong with a man like not embracing masculinity, and you have like no justification to say that this would be like immoral or wrong if he didn't. You know,
Say that again. Sorry, you logged.
there's going to be nothing wrong if a man doesn't embrace masculinity. Not to mention that this doesn't have any like necessary this wouldn't like necessitate being gay as wrong. We already went over this. If a straight man didn't embrace his masculinity, would this make being straight wrong?
No.
So then if a gay man doesn't embrace his masculinity, why does this make being gay wrong?
I never said it was wrong.
Well, man, unfortunately, I'm only talking to people that think being gay is wrong.
No, I do think it's wrong.
Well, you do think it's wrong?
Yeah,
Well, yeah, well, why?
because I said it.
Yeah, but no, I just asked you the same question about a straight man. I said, if a straight man doesn't embrace his masculinity, does this make being straight wrong? And you said no. But your reasoning as to why being gay is wrong
Yeah,
is because gay
think
men
gay is
apparently,
wrong.
bro,
I don't think being gay is wrong.
I thought you just said that you do.
Yeah, I do.
Think being gay is wrong?
Nah.
Okay, thanks for coming up, man. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next guest. We're just looking for people that disagree. That was confusing. That was my God, bro. Jeez, let's go and talk to the next guest. Let's go and talk to our next guest here, chat. If we're enjoying the streams, make sure we're tippity tapping away on that phone screen. Let's try to hit 1 million likes. What's up, man? Do you think being gay is gonna be wrong or immoral?
Hey, princess, how you doing?
Don't call it. Those are odd. That's interesting.
Oh, odd, huh?
Yeah.
No, you. Okay, so
Do you think
when
being
it comes
gay is
to
wrong?
being gay,
Right.
can you answer a question for me? Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Where in nature do you see two male lions fucking? Where in nature do you see any thing of the same sex.
Yeah, African, like Sahara, like
anything.
Clark, thank you for the subscription. Yeah, we observe like 3,000 species within nature, like having homosexual intercourse.
Go on. I'm waiting.
No, that's like just a statement. Lisa,
No,
thank you so much for the money gun.
I'm waiting. Just
What
like
are
how
you
you do
waiting
with
for?
everyone else. I'm waiting.
Yeah, for what?
Go, like, give me some examples.
Yeah, lions, bears,
Yeah.
elk, deer. We could also look at like reptiles, such as different types of lizards, manatees, babanos.
And they produce?
Oh yeah, no, because only heterosexual intercourse can lead to reproduction.
They produce, huh? Bro, you're crazy, bro. Are you for real?
Wait, no, I am for real. So only heterosexual intercourse can lead to reproduction. Homosexual intercourse cannot. So why do you think being gay is wrong?
I never said gay is wrong. But
do you think that being gay is
it's
wrong?
not natural.
Define natural.
You want me to define natural?
Yeah.
A penis going
No, that's not the definition of natural, bro. So you're saying that being gay isn't a penis inside a vagina, therefore it's wrong. Well, how about this? Is like wrong. So like nature. Anything. So let's use this, right? So let's use this definition of natural, right? Oh shit, my headset unplugged. So are you gonna say that like anything that isn't natural is gonna be immoral? Are you? Or is anything and everything that's unnatural immoral? Answer.
Are you done?
Answer.
You never answered my question. I was waiting.
What question did you ask? What question did you ask?
Where in nature do two males fuck and reproduce? Where?
Yeah, two males cannot have sex and reproduce.
Don't fuck male lions. Bears don't fuck male bears.
Oh, yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
Oh, yeah, we observe it within over like 3,000 species in the animal kingdom.
Oh my god, no, they don't.
Do you want to source?
If you want to get closer to our family, like you could say like amoebas, like same cell.
I know,
whatever,
we could just like. Do you want a source or something?
Monkeys.
Don't
fuck monkeys.
They quite literally
male
do.
Monkeys. Males on males.
Do.
No, negative, bro. Negative.
Yeah, what's your source?
Bro, this is fucking nature. This is nature. Being gay is not nature. Like that's not natural. Natural.
So, all right.
There's no way to carry on.
So so just listen to me, right?
So
there's biological exuberance, animal homosexuality, and natural diversity is a book by Bruce Bagmeal, and this was like published in like Nature Genetics.
Oh my god,
like,
Bruce!
Whole book that goes over like
Bruce,
no, just listen. Right? So that's like a whole book that goes over like animal homosexuality. We could also go to like homosexual behavior in animals and evolutionary perspective by Volker Summer, which says the same thing. We just see homosexuality within nature, or like the evolution of homosexual behavior in animals by Paul Vasily, or like homosexual activity in babonos and male chimpanzees, evidence for the importance of like homoeroticism in the evolution of a species, or like the evolutionary puzzle of like male homosexuality, or like homosexual behaviors in female Japanese maqueses, like multiple causes and functional significances, or like homosexual behavior in primitives, in primates, or like the comparative study of conflict, or like the sexual orientation in animals, or the same-sex sexual behavior in evolution. There's like so many studies that says we observe homosexuality within nature. I mean, do you want me to get links? Do you want me to get you books?
Okay. Now we have a Dean on TikTok, an unemployed kid who makes money off of paid subscriptions on TikTok, telling us
I'm very employed.
Right,
honestly,
wrong.
all right. So here's the thing, though, because now you're just getting emotional, right? So like we're having this argument. You're saying that being gay is wrong because it's unnatural and that we don't observe it in nature. So then as soon as I disprove and dispute this claim by giving you like 15 like sources that show we do observe it in nature, your fragile male ego starts acting up and you start crying. Right? So stop crying and actually argue with like articulated intelligence, even if it's only a little bit. Thank you for those hearts. So put your big boy pants on and give me an actual argument as to why it is wrong to be gay. All right, princess?
Can you hear me? You keep muting me.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I'm actually making fun of you. That's what I'm doing. I'm like making fun of you. I'm not mad. You're just getting bullied on TikTok.
All right, yeah. Come on, princess.
You're
Give me an
muting
argument.
people. Not arguing. Just making fun of you. You
Yeah,
have
so
no
is this
logic.
like the emotional cope? Is this like the emotional cope? So yeah,
Emotional,
what
bro.
I'm asking you for is like an argument to show that homosexuality is going to be immoral, and then as soon as like, dude, it takes me like 5 seconds to discredit, dismantle, and disprove your position, and now you're just like whining, dude. Like this is
Whining?
like yeah,
Dude,
this
I'm
is
not
like the
whining.
problem
I'm
with
making
society.
fun of you,
right?
bro. You just said.
All right, bro,
that you
calm
get paid.
down, dude.
Bro,
Calm
why
down,
are
bro. I
people
need
listening
you
to
to calm down and give me an argument as to why
Oh
it's wrong
my
to be gay.
God, dude.
Listen, now I'm gonna
Bro.
give you like one more chance
Bro.
here. You're on your last mute. When I unmute you, I expect an articulated argument from you as to why it is wrong to be gay, bro. Like, come on, dog. Like,
He's talking. How are you? Daddy's talking. Bro.
yeah, if daddy's talking, then why can't daddy be fucking silenced with the press of a button? You're not going to be able to, like, inflate your ego in this space. Like, the first thing you need to know about me is that
Bro,
shit
I'm
just
making fun of you.
absolutely does
Yes,
not
I
slide,
unmuted
right?
myself. Look, I'm the first one to figure out how
Right.
to unmute themselves. Yep.
All right, so now give me an argument as
Daddy's
to why
talking.
it's wrong to be gay, right?
Bro, why should people listen to a kid that just openly admitted that his only source of income is paid subscriptions on TikTok?
It's not my
Why
only source of income.
you guys need to stop listening to him? He just said that a little while ago. If y'all were in here.
So is this like the emotional
No,
cope?
listen, Daddy.
Is this like the whoa
Oh.
whoa, that was crazy calling me that, right? Right, so like yeah, people should listen to me not because of like my varying sources of
Yeah,
income,
here I am.
right?
Yep. Yo, yep.
Right? So like it's like first of all, like I make income in many other ways, right? And I don't do this for the money. But people should listen to me because what I'm saying is objective scientific fact.
Already.
I'm acting in a logical, like well-mannered way. I'm not emotional like you. I don't have a fragile male ego like you. I don't have incoherent, dogmatic, irrational, and ignorant beliefs like you. I'm just sitting here and intellectually tearing you to shreds, and now you're so emotional because of that fact. So grow the fuck up. Put your big boy pants on and give me an argument as to why it's wrong to be gay. Now, when I finally choose to let you speak, what I expect is an articulated argument from yourself, not this whining.
Are you there, little bro?
Yeah, let's hear the argument. Why is it wrong to be gay?
Little bro, listen, bro. If you ever watched an animal documentary ever, like anything, like Animal Planet, you don't see two lions fucking. You see a male lion, a female lion.
Right. So do you want a book?
Fucking,
do you want an article? Dude, I already went over them.
Oh my God,
Biological.
bro, stop
Dude,
giving me
I already
no
went over them. I already went over them. Biological exuberance, homosexuality, or animal homosexuality in natural diversity by Bruce Bahale. We could also look at homosexual behavior in animals and evolutionary perspective by vocal.
Relax,
and then
bro.
also
You don't know what the
even
fuck
the
you're
specific.
talking about.
Even the specific example you gave about a Nat Geo documentary on animals in the wild. Yes, National Geography, the company in which you were referring to, has captured male lions and other male species, like male members of species, engaging in homosexual intercourse.
Who beat your ass, bro?
Oh, he's so emotional, chat.
Who beat your ass?
Look at this emotional man. Look at this emotional man, chat.
Little bro.
So now, community, give me an actual argument as to why it's going to be wrong to be
laughing
gay.
at you, bro.
Right. Yeah. So, and everyone in chat
Pressing
is
people
laughing
on
at
TikTok,
you.
bro. Like you're a bitch.
So yeah,
bro.
you're laughing. You're laughing because you do not have any like well ground to stand on. You realize like you've just been absolutely like whipped to shit in terms of this intellectual debate,
shit, bro.
right?
According to who, bro?
So like yeah, according to the fact that your only argument is that we do not observe it with nature, but then we quite literally do.
Right.
So what I need you to do is turn on your brain and give me an actual argument as to why it's wrong to be gay. Right? Come on, dude. Let's see any intelligence.
Unemployment. So this is your only source of income, huh?
No.
All right, can you prove? All right, let's do this.
Are you just upset now? Like I don't
No,
think
no,
like
I
my
actually
sources
have
of
something.
income aren't going to show being gay
I
is
have
wrong,
something that's
right?
not a cock in my throat, bro. Hold on.
Yeah, no, the only thing you have in your throat is
All right,
probably
fruitcake.
like 10
All right,
pages of like alt-right
Bro, who
fucking
beat your
conspiracy
ass, little
theories
boy? Who beat your
detailing,
ass,
you know,
bro?
how
Who
like
put
the
their
most
hands on you, bro?
irrationalities
Who
of
put
the
their
world.
hands on you? Who put their hands on you, bro?
Yeah, and this is somehow going to show being gay is wrong, right?
Bro, it's just not natural.
Yeah, define
It's
natural.
not natural.
Define natural.
Didn't I already do that? Didn't I already tell you what it was?
Yeah, define natural.
I already told you what it was.
Yeah, give me a definition.
Why would I keep repeating myself?
You have not given a definition
Bro.
of natural.
Oh my God. I already gave it to you, bro.
It sounds like you don't have a
Keep
definition
doing the
from
same
natural.
thing, expecting a different result. Is
Yeah, so the
insanity.
thing
I'm
is,
not
like, you
that.
have not given a definition of natural,
Bro.
right?
Listen, bro.
I'm listening.
You're just a TikToker.
Yeah, so
You're
is it
just
how
filling
does like
kids'
how does
ears
this
with
fact that
bullshit.
like how does this fact that like I'm just a TikToker or this like perceived notion of me being a TikToker, how does this show being gay is wrong? And then you're also like, oh, just filling kids like mouths with bullshit. Yeah, so like is science bullshit? Is the National Institute of Health and this study done on the genome-wide association of male sexual orientation just bullshit? And it's like only like 70 peer reviews and like 10 institutions that back it. It's just bullshit. Or what about this like genetic study of male sexual orientation?
You
What
showing
about this
people your
study of
lock
like
screen?
the sexual orientation and the size of like the interior commissure? Or you know what about like this one or this one or this one or like that like any of them, right? So if you're just gonna call the science bullshit, you're gonna have like reason to call it bullshit, right?
Bro,
So like
is that
wait, I
your
have a
lock
question
screen?
for you.
Do you, like,
What's your
worship or shit? This is
what's
your God,
all
isn't
right?
it?
So can
This
I
is
like
your
have a
God.
question? I have a
This is
question.
what
Yeah,
you
what's your
worship?
highest level of schooling? All right, what's gonna be your highest level of schooling? Honestly, chat, like the only reason I still have him on is because I just want like to show you like the type of people that like disagree with me, right? So like the people that think being gay is wrong or like is like this guy, right? So he's like very like
This guy.
typical like alpha males, and like their entire personality is based upon their own
I'm better.
narcissism, right? So as soon as someone disagrees with this narcissism or a belief challenges like this inherent bettership or worshiping of traditional values,
I'm
and they
better.
get absolutely shut the fuck down, they start screaming about how they're better, ad homs about like self-perceived notions of my character, or make a very poor attempt at justifying themselves when inevitably their justification includes like illogical, unfactual statements such as animals do not procreate in nature. So community guidelines, I appreciate you for coming up here, but the only thing that you've showed to me and the other 4.6 thousand people in here is that you probably didn't even get a high school diploma, so you probably shouldn't be talking on subjects that include the nuanced intricacies of like institutions of science, medicine, sociology, psychology, and otherwise, and the fact that you are is like incredibly sad. Appreciate it, man. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next guest here. Let's go ahead and see what Malachi has to say. All right, y'all. If you guys are enjoying the debates, make sure you hit that follow button. I appreciate that little crown. Also, tippity tap away on your phone screen. There's almost 5,000 people in here. There's no reason why we shouldn't be able to get to 1 million likes in like the next 5 minutes. Everyone tap. What's up, Malachi? All right, Malachi, do you think that being gay is going to be wrong or immoral?
Yeah, I think being gay is gonna be wrong. And
Okay,
the only
why?
reason why I gotta say that is because
Going on sub only chat for a bit. Consider dropping a sub. Why is it wrong?
how, like, say you got like you put all dudes on the island, all females on the island, and you let them just live there, they're not gonna be able to reproduce, they're not gonna be able to like get stuff done, you know, they're not gonna be able to like prosper, you know what I'm saying? So like what's the point of like people being gay for each other? Like
They're not going to be able to have kids.
two guys
right?
being with each other is not helping like with anything.
It's wrong because
like,
they can't have kids, right? So is infertility wrong?
I'm not
What's up,
saying it's
Elena?
wrong. I'm not saying it's wrong because they can't have kids, but like you know,
Yeah,
what
why
I'm
is it wrong
saying?
then?
How are they gonna like reproduce?
Harley,
or, like,
thank
do
you
all
for that
if we have
subscription.
to, like,
Yeah, right. So you're
do all
saying
that
it's wrong
shit?
because they can't reproduce, correct?
Something like that.
Yeah, is infertility immoral?
No.
Yeah, can infertile people reproduce?
No.
Yeah, good try, buddy. Next.
But that's something wrong with their body or something.
That one
like
gay. I appreciate
them
that
being
subscription.
sick.
Thank you so much. Right, so you could call it something wrong, but like Sam, thank you for the subscription. Welcome to the sub only chat. You could call it wrong, but at the end of the day, all it is like a deviation from what's normal, right? But like what really matters is that you did not call it immoral, but you did call being gay immoral. You said being gay is immoral because they can't have kids, yet you did not deem infertility as immoral even though they can't have kids. So this is going to be expressive of like a logical contradiction, and you're just like holding this like logically
being gay
fallacious
and
position.
infertile.
Corey, thank you so much for that subscription.
Being gay is a choice, but infertile is not being.
Oh, being gay is a choice? Being gay is a choice, yeah. Can you choose to be sexually aroused by me right now? Can you choose to like have this
Yeah,
like irresistible
I could if
urge to stick it in my butt?
I guess, yeah. Like
Right, so now you're just gonna be
somebody can
so
too,
you're either
but,
gonna be
like-
like dying on a hill or you're gonna be bisexual. Because the Netherlands Institute of Brain Research and the Center for Neurodoctrine Studies at the University of Pittsburgh, Massachusetts, and UCLA show us that being gay is not a choice because sexual orientation is not a conscious decision, but rather
gay is
this
a
like now this thing
choice.
that is
How
dependent
is that
upon
not a
physical.
choice?
Yeah, because you can't choose how large the interior commissure of your brain is alongside other physicalities of your brain and of your genome.
But you can
And
choose if you
sexual
want somebody's
orientation is
dick in your
dependent upon
ass.
them. Yeah, but that's not
But
what
you can
being
choose if you
gay
want
is.
another guy's dick in your ass.
Yeah, define gay.
Define gay. Like everybody know what gays is. Like another guy likes another guy. Another girl wants to be with another girl. Like
Yeah, so is it necessary to
usually
stick
they
your
don't
dick
like.
in an ass to
Usually
like
they don't
another
like.
guy? Come on. So the definition of gay is going to be same-sex attraction, right? So you can't choose who you're attracted to, therefore it's not a choice. Liam, I appreciate that subscription. Welcome to the
Can't
sub
choose
only
who you're
chat.
attracted to.
Yeah.
How's that make any sense? How you
You
can't choose what
who
you
you're
think, what you.
you know, you can't
If you
choose who
can't
you think
choose,
is like hot, right?
you can't make your own decisions for yourself.
No, yeah, you can't make the decision on who's like hot. You know, you can't do that. And this is proven by the science, aka the institutions in which I listed off. Like, can you choose to like find me hot right now? Can you choose just to like want to date me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're bisexual. Accept your sexual orientation and stop like discrediting it. Lily, thank you for that subscription. Welcome
Who's
to the sub only
bisexual?
chat.
Me?
Yeah, you are, because you could like apparently choose to find me hot. Science says that we can't choose our sexual orientations, right? Yeah, explain to me how that thought process would go.
We can't. We can't.
Yeah, so yeah, explain to me like what went wrong with the science then. So those institutions I listed off earlier, like denoted like sexual like orientation differences within parts of the brain, such as the size of the anterior commissure or physicalities of the AI NH3 subsection of the hypothalamus, or even like this extra chromosome called the XQ23, right? So if being gay is like a conscious decision, then why do only gay men have these attributes of their anatomy that straight men do not?
I couldn't even answer that.
No, answer it. Answer it. Come on. It's a debate, right?
Yeah. I don't know, to be honest. I just joined this to say what I
No,
have to say.
answer that
like, what
question.
my
Answer that.
opinion
No,
was.
no, no. Answer that question.
All right, repeat it again for me then.
Yeah, science says that being gay isn't a choice because being gay or gay men have different anatomy than straight men.
I've never. That's the first time I've heard that actually, but
Yeah, so how is being gay a choice
I don't know how that will work.
I don't know. Like, go read a study. Go pick up a book. Go do some research. Stop being, like, irrational, right? Do you have anything else to say? Or did I clear you?
No, you didn't clear anything. I still think the same about everything.
Yeah, so then,
whatever,
like,
just-
how explain the science?
It's just excuses.
Chairman, thank you for that money gun.
It's just excuses. No,
Yeah, you're
the
just
science for
irrational.
you is
We're
just
gonna go to move on. Yeah, okay, we're gonna go to move on. Thank you so much for that money gun, Chairman. Yeah, I can't explain the science, then just calls it excuses. No, it's fucking like it's just like factual science, right? I don't understand like why some of these individuals are like so like dogmatic. Like they just like willfully will like write off the science so they could still hold like a consistent belief. That's like probably really bad to do. All that is homophobia. All that is homophobia, like dead serious. What's up, man? You got to come back on the live. Thank you so much for that corn. You got to come back on that live. Come on, come back on that live. Come on, man. You're on pause. All right. I guess he's not coming off pause. We're gonna go and move on to the next guest here. Oh, wait, is he back? Nate, hello. Do you think it's wrong to be gay? Thank you for that star. Hello, is it wrong to be gay? Okay, I guess not. We're going to go to move on here. Let's go ahead and see what Joseph has to say, chat. Sam, thank you for that rose. Logan, thank you for that $1 via Venmo. Appreciate you, brother. Yo, Robin, thank you so much for that subscription. Welcome to the sub-only chat. What's up, Joseph? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
I actually don't, but there's one part of your argument that I just kind of
Okay.
wanted to hear your
Well, here,
answer.
join my Discord. Join my Discord. The link's in the bio. Unfortunately, I'm only talking to people that think it's wrong to be gay, but I'm more than willing to engage and talk to you about my argument over Discord. Let's go ahead and get our next guest in here, y'all. Make sure if we are in those guest requests that we do think it is wrong or moral to be gay. Thank you so much for that, Heart Me, Rachel. We're gonna go to move on to the next guest here. What's up, PJ? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay? All right, apparently PJ's not here. Let's go to move on to the next guest here, chat. Let's go ahead and see what Henrique has to say here. By the way, we are on sub-only chat for a little bit. If you want to engage with the chat, consider dropping a subscription. What's up, man? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
Okay, so I think that being gay is wrong in a religious sense. So if my religion is false, my religion is Roman Catholicism. If it is false, well then, of course, it's not immoral. But
What's
I'm
your
gonna
religion?
say again.
What's your religion?
Roman Catholicism.
Yeah, so Roman Catholicism. You're Pope. Like, dude, no. Go look up a video of Pope Francis talking about being gay. He says it's not wrong. Like,
Well,
that's my...
basically, what Pope
No,
Francis said.
Henrique.
Yeah.
Pope Francis says that being gay isn't wrong.
Pope
Listen to your
Francis
Pope.
said, no, what Pope Francis said was that it was sin, but it was not a crime. So basically, Pope Francis is
No,
called
Pope
a,
Francis says it's natural, it's normal, it happens, and it's acceptable. This like we're not gonna like have an interpretation of his words because
okay,
his
so
words exist on a YouTube
so
video.
this is a confusion I think you're talking about. So
No, he says it's natural,
no,
it's normal, it's
listen, I'm
fine.
talking about something else right now, which is, or it says, let me explain, right? So basically, I don't believe that you can choose if who you're attracted to, right? So if you're a man and you're attracted to a man, like I don't think you can control that. And if you're a woman and you're attracted to a woman, I don't think you can control that. Then I believe it's natural, right? Those
Wait.
feelings that you have. So basically, being gay in itself is not a sin, but indulging it is a sin. And the thing
Yeah,
is,
so which verse in the Bible is gonna like back this statement? Raquel,
Okay,
thank you so much for that subscription.
okay, so basically, I have 3 verses in the Bible that are supporting my statement. Now, the third statement is gonna seem a little bit off topic in the beginning, but it's gonna make sense.
And also, your Pope said it wasn't a sin, man. Like, and like that should be the end of the debate.
And also, your Pope
Oh.
said it wasn't a sin.
Wait, hello?
And like that should
Oh
be
shit, you got a bad echo. I'm sorry, man. You had a really bad echo. Feel free to re-request. Feel free to re-request, man. You had a bad echo. I guess in the meantime, we'll go ahead and move on to another guest, but feel free to hop back in the requests, man. Let's go ahead and see what Kenny has to say here, chat. Chloe, I appreciate that. Love you. Thank you so much. You need to do your homework, but this is too entertaining. I actually have homework to do too. Next guest is loading in. What's up, Kenny? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay? All right, Kenny does not have a voice. Appreciate you for that donut, Lizzie. Let's go ahead and see what the Norse face has to say here, chat. Appreciate you for that love me. For the heart me, sorry. Appreciate you. What's going on, man? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
Not at all, mate. Not one bit.
Okay, unfortunately, I'm only talking opposition, but I do appreciate you for coming up here, man. Let's go ahead and see. This is funny what this motherfucker has to say, chat. What's going on, man? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
I think it's wrong.
Okay, why?
Why? Because it was not, if you just think like this, I cannot speak very good English because I live in Sweden, but, 2 guys cannot have babies, right?
Right. Is infertility wrong?
What does that mean exactly?
Yeah, you can't have babies if you're infertile.
Yeah, you can't.
So is infertility immoral?
Yeah.
So you think every woman over the age of 55 is going to hell?
Is going to hell.
Yeah, so infertility is like obviously not like immoral, right? Because like infertility like occurs like naturally, and like to 11% of women, then every single woman over the age of 55, and then even within some men. So if you're gonna say that infertility is
ask you one
immoral,
question?
then do you think that your mom is just as wrong as a gay man?
Let me just tell you one thing.
Can you just answer my
I don't
question
know
so we can
what that
clarify?
was. Yes, I can answer it just by saying one thing, okay?
Right.
What I'm saying is that word I cannot understand it.
Right.
I don't know what that means.
So infertility
So I
is
cannot
when
answer your question.
So infertility is when one lacks the necessary means to like reproduce, right? So is this immoral? Like a woman that doesn't have her eggs?
No, that's not.
Right, but you said that being gay is wrong because they can't have kids. But then like
No,
being
no,
infertile is not
that's
wrong
not
regardless of the
the
fact
only
that they
reason.
can't have kids?
That's not the only reason.
So then, okay, what's the next reason?
Can I ask you one question? Are you gay?
No, I'm straight. What's the next reason?
The next reason is because it's wrong. That's not how the world started.
Yeah, so the world didn't start with infertility either, right? Or we wouldn't be here. So this is just going to be the same argument, but it seems as if you're still contradicting yourself.
I don't know what that means.
I told you what it means, man. Don't appeal to the language barrier when I've explained to you what it means 3 times and you seem to have gripped the concept, but now when it presents a challenge to your position, you don't know what it means.
I don't know what you mean by the challenge. What's the challenge?
Right, because if you're infertile, you can't have kids. If you're gay, you can't have kids. You're going to say that being gay is wrong because of this, but infertility is not wrong regardless of
Yeah,
this.
but
It's a contradiction.
not every woman cannot have kids, okay?
Right, and then not every man is gay, so...
Yeah, but being gay is not
James,
the
I
same
appreciate
as
you
a
for that
woman.
subscription. Thank you so much.
Being
And
gay
like
is not the same as a woman cannot have kids, right? You know.
logically
Being
speaking, it is. They're two conditions of the human experience that lead to no reproduction. Use your brain. You're saying it's wrong because they can't have kids, and you also said it's wrong because the world didn't start that way. Well, A, infertile people can't have kids, and B, the world didn't start with infertile people.
okay, but I got a question for you. Do you think that we're born people are born gay or become gay?
I don't think that people are born gay. I know people are born gay.
And how do you know that?
Yeah, by the science. We could look at the research, right? So when we look at the science, it tells us that being gay is dependent upon specific physicalities of our anatomy. Like this one that touches on like the genome associations, or this one with genome associations, or this one with the size of the anterior cortex, or this one with physicalities of the BNST or the stria terminalis, right? So like this is what I'm talking about.
So you think I don't know if that's true, you know.
Yeah, so then
I
do you think being gay is a choice?
I think it's a choice.
Yeah, can you choose to be like aroused by me right now? Can you choose to like want to stick it in?
What did you say?
Can you choose to be sexually aroused by me right now? Yes or no?
What does aroused mean?
Um, you know what happens when you see when you see a girl without any clothes on? How do you feel?
You mean okay.
Like, yeah, can you choose to have that feeling towards me right now?
Yes, I can choose.
Yeah, so then you're bisexual.
No, I'm not.
Right. No, you are.
How am
Right?
I bisexual? Are you
Yeah,
fucking
because
dumb?
like straight individuals cannot choose to be turned on by a man, right? And this is what's proven by the science, and this is also what's proven by deductive reasoning, such as the fact that we observe homosexuality within over 3,000 species in the animal kingdom apart from us as humans, some of which cannot like make choices. They don't have like consciousness in the same way that we do. Yet we observe
I
homosexuality within them. Therefore,
listen.
if this animal's gay and this animal can't make a choice, then being gay must not be a choice. It's just simple logic.
Do you think animals are gay too?
I know. Wait, do you want sources on that, dude?
Animals being gay.
Yeah, look at Biological Exuberance, Animal Homosexuality and Natural Diversity by Bruce Bagamiel, or Homosexual Behavior in Animals an Evolutionary Perspective by Volker Sommer, or The Evolution of Homosexual Behaviors in Animals by Paul Vasely, right? So this isn't controversial. This is like widely accepted as truth because it's directly observable. We observe homosexuality in over 3,000 animal species, such as Bemonos. Thank you, Clark Kent. Yeah, he just left. He left. We're going to go to move on to the next guest here, chat. Sub-only chat's on for a little bit. If you want to hop in the sub-only chat, get a shout-out from me. I'm going to be following the next few back as well. Consider dropping a subscription. It's one of the better ways to support me. We're going to go ahead and talk to our next guest here. Oh, look who's back in the guest requests. Look who it is, guys. Amy, thank you for the roses. Rob, do you have another reason as to why you think being gay is wrong?
No, Dean, I just came on the live to apologize, bro. I realized what I said was very irrational and prejudiced, bro. And I actually think that being gay is right. So have a good stream, bro. I love you, bro. Good night, bro.
Oh, thank you, Rob.
Love you, bro.
Thanks, man. Have a good one. Terry Foster, thank you for that subscription. I really appreciate it, man. I'll go ahead and hit you with that follow back. Thank you so much. We're going to go ahead and get our next guest in here. Let's go ahead and see what Mo has to say. That was a crazy turnaround, huh, chat? Amy, thank you for those roses. Also, we're nearly half of the way to our live goal with those money guns. Just pointing that out. Well, what's going on, Mo? Saint Cyril, thank you so much for that subscription. I got you with that follow back. What's up, man? Oh, and Leah, too. Thank you. Do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
No, man, it's wrong.
Okay, yeah. Why is it wrong?
It's very wrong. What do you mean, why is it wrong?
Yeah, why is it wrong?
It's disgusting.
So this Raymond, thank you so much for the feathers. Thank you. So you have this self-perceived notion of disgustingness, and this is why you think it's wrong, correct?
No, it's very wrong, my friend.
Right. So I think surgery is pretty disgusting, right? All the blood, guts, and gore is surgery wrong.
Do you know the story of the Dead Sea?
Do I know the story of the? I don't know, bro. Tell me. Does it tell me why being gay is wrong?
Yeah, it is. There was a village of gays. You know what a guy did? He got it, flipped it upside down.
Brandy, thank you for that. Thank you for the subscription, Brandy. Icy Pain, thank you for the money gun. Yeah, where does this happen in the Bible?
Bro, what do you mean the Bible, bro? Just do your research.
You just said God did this.
Yeah, do your research.
Yeah, bro. Why is dude? Are you
I
kidding?
don't have to tell you.
What's your IQ, dude?
What's my IQ? More than you.
Interesting. Yes, you said being gay is wrong. No, listen, no, Mo. Listen, I need you to listen. I need you to listen. I need you to listen, right?
You need me to listen?
You said that being gay is wrong because you think it's disgusting, right? So first of all, this is the same logic that has been used to justify like prejudice of all time.
Hey,
Ask a white man what he thought about black people in the year 1820, and he would have said disgusting. And this was the same reason that racism exists. The same reason why in 1920s through 30s, or sorry, 30s through 40s in Germany, Hitler tried to exterminate, the Jewish people. He did so because he thought that they were disgusting, right? So you're not actually giving us any intellectual, like, sound reason as to why it's wrong to be gay. You're just
bro,
telling us that you just
I
have a
got something to
prejudice
say.
against them.
All right, either you're gay or your brother's gay or someone in your family.
Appreciate you for that little crown. No, I'm straight, but what I am is an intellectual, right? Raymond,
You're
I
a
appreciate
what?
that subscription. I'm intellectual. I think with my brain. I think with science,
Bro,
research, and
you're
pragmaticism,
just a
right? And
faggot.
what you're sitting here telling me is that you think being gay is wrong because it's disgusting. Oh, wow, now you're using slurs, right? So you're obviously just a little emotional man that can't cope with the fact that you don't have any science. Whoa, that one was fast. TikTok got him. He violated TikTok guidelines and got bananaed for a little bit. Thank y'all for the fires. Wow, that was quick. That was quick. I didn't boot him. No, that was really quick of TikTok. He said it, and then he was like, boom, second later, gone. Appreciate you for that. Had a mustache. Thank you so much, Logan. Thank you for that corn as well. Good to see you, Logan. What's up, man? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
What's up, man? I didn't even mean to join, brother.
You're good, man. Have a good one.
Thank you.
By the way, guys, we are on sub-only chat just for a little bit. But by the way, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, make sure to hit that follow button. If this button is red, hit that shit, make it go white. We do streams like this every single day for hours. You already know. Favorite time of my day. Let's go ahead and move on to Raymond here, chat. Let's go ahead and move on to Raymond. Also, consider joining my Discord. The link's in the bio. Yo, Pineapple, thank you so much for that money gun. We're, oh, shit, halfway to the goal. Thank you, Pineapple. Clark Kent, thank you for the good night. Have a good night, man. What's up, Raymond? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay? Raymond? Hello? All right, Raymond's not here. We're going to go to move on. Thank you for that, Rose, man. Also, I really appreciate all the donations. I really do appreciate all the donations, guys. It means a lot. We're going to go to get our next guest in here. Thank you for that, out of mustache. What's going on, Mr.
What's up?
Influencer?
It's good.
Oh, I remember you, man. Now, do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
Yes, I think it's wrong.
You know what? Oh, guys, just for a little bit of background, me and this guy had some beef because he is like a really cringy influencer that was trying to like boast that on a stream. And then I like called him like, a narcissist, and then he started crying. But apparently he also thinks that being gay is wrong. So let's talk about it. So why do you think that being gay is wrong?
Well, whether you believe in religion,
Thank you for that money gun, Rez.
What makes the world go around. I mean, if you're gay, you can't. I mean, if everyone was gay, we would go extinct. So it can't be right.
Oh,
correct?
I'm about to hit you with it. I'm almost inclined to turn off sub-only chat. We're gonna turn off sub-only chat just for a little bit. We'll go back on. We're gonna turn off sub-only chat. Thank you for that paper crane. We're gonna turn off sub-only chat just for a little bit. Anyways, so here we are, Joe. So everyone is back in the chat here. So you said that being gay is wrong because they can't have kids, correct?
No, I said being gay is wrong because whether you believe in religion or whether you believe how the world, what makes the world go around, whatever you believe in, at the end of the day, if every single person was gay, we would become extinct. That's what I said.
Right, because they can't have kids. So now,
hold on.
think?
Sorry, go ahead.
No. All right, because if they could have kids, then not everyone would go extinct. Clark Kent, thank you for that cowboy hat. You're saying if everyone was gay, humanity would like cease to exist. What you're saying, like, because they can't have kids. So the obvious, like what we're taking away from this is that being gay is wrong because it leads to no reproduction. Now, Kel, do you think that infertility is wrong? Do you think that infertility is immoral?
Infertility, you can't use that argument because that's not a choice.
What would happen if everyone was infertile?
But that's not a choice, though.
What would happen if everyone's infertile?
That can't happen. It's not a choice.
Just like being gay isn't a choice. So why do you think that? Yeah. So why do you think being gay is a choice?
I mean, if you just watch, if you just listen to this music, if you see Doja Cat, if you just see Lil Nas X dancing on the devil, everything that has to do with being gay is always tied to the devil and always tied to evil things. If you just look at it, and it's pushed on people, and some people, get brainwashed into thinking that it's okay. So it definitely is a choice if you just watch, you know, if you just
All
see
right,
things
man.
that are going on.
I'm about to hit you with it. Now, chat, I am about to fucking hit him with it. And I mean it all. So let's collectively prepare for this. Being gay isn't a choice because being gay is dependent upon physicalities of our anatomy, our neurobiology, and our genome. And scientific institutions such as the Netherlands Institute for Brain Research, the Center for Neurodoctrine Studies at the University of Pittsburgh, Massachusetts, and the Center for Neurochronology at UCLA all show this to be the case. There's been studies done that show gay men to have larger anterior commissures, which is a part of the brain, than non-gay men. Studies have also been done to show that gay men have different dendritic densities, neurohormones such as FSH, neuronic substructure, or density of neurons in the AINH3 subsection of the hypothalamus. Studies have also been done to show that gay men have this extra chromosome called the XQ23. Don't believe me, believe the science. Let's actually look at the science, such as this study published in the National Institute for Health and PubMed, or this study, National Institute of Health, this study, National Institute of Health, this study, this study, this study, this study. I could go on all day, Cal. Now, who else agrees with me in the scientific community? Well, let's look at the World Health Organization, the American Psychiatric Association, the American Medical Association, the Endocrine Society, the British Psychological Society, the Royal College of Psychiatrics, the Canadian Psychological Association, the Australian Psychological Society, the European Society for Sexual Medicine, the American Academy of Pediatrics, the American College of Physicians, the American Academy of Family Physicians, the American Counseling Association, the American Public Health Association. Right?
And you believe all that, correct?
What I believe is objective means of unbiased scientific research that go without critiques and hundreds of thousands of peer reviewers and professionals that spent 12 to 20 years in their respective careers in college that then went on to use the scientific method to conduct these tests in an unbiased manner and then were repeated by other institutions and then were accredited by even more.
Do you? Let me ask you something. Do you? That was very good. Like I just loved all of that. It was awesome, dude. But do you think that they maybe could be, you know, making that up to persuade people to be gay and follow evil things and the devil and all this stuff that Doja Cat does and Lil Nas X does and all this music industry does? Do you think that could be made up?
Well, let's think about it. If it's made up, then why isn't there one medical professional or institution of medicine or science that says it's made up? The only people who say it's made up are non-professionals that did not go to school for neuroscience, neurobiology, like neuroanatomy, like the study of our genome, any field of medicine or science. Like those are the only people who say it's made up. You could go talk to the farthest right, a very Republican like doctor of medicine, and they will not disagree with this science because it's objective fact.
So you think people are born gay?
I don't think I know. What's another reason I think this? Let's look at the animal kingdom. We observe homosexuality in over 3,000 animal species. Did all 3,000 of those animal species make this conscious decision to be gay or were influenced by the media? No, because they're so fucking dumb. They don't possess consciousness like we do. They can't be influenced by Doja Cat because they don't know what a Doja Cat is. They can't make this conscious choice to be gay because they do not possess like the cognitive ability to make choices.
That's an asinine. You can't talk about the animal kingdom when you're talking about Doja Cat. Do you think that Doja Cat and all this evil shit and gay stuff can influence somebody who actually is scientifically straight to be gay?
Nope.
Because they think
and if
it's
you
cool?
disagree, give me one study that agrees with you. Give me one singular piece of scientific research that agrees with you.
I actually know 4 guys who actually have done gay stuff, but they're straight, and they really regretted it because they were pushed by, like they thought it was cool at one point. Like they actually thought it was cool to be gay into you know,
First of all, anecdotal experience. Second of all, bisexualism exists. Third of all, sexuality exists on a spectrum. And fourth of all, this isn't scientific evidence. Yeah, okay. So if you're one person that knows 4 people that made the choice to be gay, out of 8 billion people, there should have at least been one other person that saw that and documented it and studied it scientifically. So give me one piece of scientific observation or an academic study that shows that this is the case and it is indeed true and it's been proven by deductive reasoning or unbiased means.
Why do you keep going back to like scientific studies and Googling everything? Like, why don't you
Because we
talk
should
from, no, why don't you,
probably...
hold on. Why don't you talk from like what you've seen around you?
Because science is the only reason that we've gotten to the place in which we are today. When everyone just talked about what they see around them, that's when everyone thought that the earth was flat. This is when everyone thought that like crop growth or rain was to do to a god. This was when everyone thought that sacrificing women, children, and babies would get them more rain the next week. This is when everyone thought that like had the most like barbaric, like least intelligent takes on quite literally anything. And it is the advent of science and the readily accessibility of science that has propelled us into the Industrial Revolution, that it will continue to propel us to a higher state of understanding and comprehension of the external world around us in an unbiased way. And the fact that you want to rely solely upon your barbaric fucking sight of eye shows me that you probably are not adequate for the future that is to come.
Dean, look up right now how many times science has been wrong. Do that for me.
Oh, science is wrong. There comes times where scientific means of exploration are wrong, right? But we prove it to be wrong with science. We prove it to be wrong with adequate justification. We prove it to be wrong with reason. So sure, there exists a potentiality that the science in which I shared with you is wrong, but now you have the burden of proof of actually proving it to be wrong, right? So what is your reasoning for discrediting all these institutions and the studies that they've done on the brain using EEGs, fMRIs, MRIs, postmortem brain slices, and otherwise? What is one singular critique of one institution, of one academic study or otherwise? Thank you for that cap.
I mean, it's just the thing is, science has been wrong plenty of times about what
Have
they
anecdotal experiences been wrong?
They thought was right.
What's usually more correct? Scientific method or just self-perception of what we see through our eyes?
I think in this world, day and age, with everyone becoming, brainwashed by everything, I think from our own two eyes and not just on a screen and scientific and all these dumb things that, our world, sadly comes up with to make people follow, like I said, immoral things. But no, I mean, can you not agree with me though that like being gay is pushed to be like evil, like with the devil and all that? Can you not agree with that?
It's pushed to be evil with the devil by people like you, right? So now let's test your logic that we should like trust what our eyes see compared to compared to what science says, right? So is the Earth round?
I would think so. Yeah.
Have you seen the round Earth?
If you're like at the beach or something, you look out into the ocean, you can actually see the curve in the earth. So, I mean, yeah,
No, you can't.
yeah,
I grew
you
up in
can.
California.
If you look out into the ocean, you can actually see like the roundness. Yes, you can.
No, you see a horizon. Right?
It's not.
I grew up in California.
It's not.
Right.
Flat all the way. All the way.
So you're gonna die on that hill. Let's press you with a harder one, Kel. Do you have a brain?
Yes.
Have you seen your brain?
Am I alive? That's a stupid. Go to another.
No.
Ask me another one. That's
No,
a stupid question.
No, Kel. Have you seen your brain?
I'm using my brain right now when I'm talking.
Oh, who knows? It could be a computer chip. It could be empty up there. It could be just like a little hamster running on like a wheel, right?
Okay.
So have you seen your brain?
I've seen. I can go on YouTube and actually see someone get their head cut open. I can see the brain inside their head with my own two eyes. So, yes.
Yeah. So just like with my own two eyes, I could go on the National Institute for Health's website and look up DOI. Fucking give me a second here. Oh, wait, yeah. Just like I could go on the National Institute for Health's website and look up DOI, oh, I don't know. Let's see what this DOI is. 10.1073/PNAS.89.15.7199 and actually see EEGs, MRIs, fMRIs, and brain scans of gay and straight people and conclude that there's differences within them. I could actually see the differences that denote dendritic spinal density or the dendritic neuronal density within the AI NH3 subsection hypothalamus. I could actually measure and see the diameter of the anterior commissures varying by sexual orientation. Do you understand how redundant that statement was that you made about science being wrong?
You can't actually. You're going off of what other people have seen, other scientists. You haven't seen that shit with your own two eyes, bro.
Yeah, so just like you haven't seen that guy's brain on YouTube with your own two eyes, right?
Yeah, I actually saw his physical brain.
Yeah, just like you could scroll through that study and see the physical brain, right?
What? You're not even making any sense now. You look and sound stupid.
Yeah, I sound so stupid, huh? Right.
Yeah.
Chat, do I sound stupid right now? I turned back on the comments for a reason. I did. I turned back on the comments for a reason, chat. Because, I mean, I just... Yeah, no.